What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Straight Up TV. Back with another live stream, man. This is going to be a great live stream, man. We are actually star studded, man. We're actually star studded, man. We have the biggest names in the slingshot community on this podcast, man. So listen, it's going to be a great podcast, man. We're going to be talking about 2026 slingshot competition season. So it's a great conversation that needs to be had. Hopefully, a lot of good stuff comes from this conversation, and we can have an awesome 2026 season. All right, so listen, we are streaming from YouTube and we're streaming from Facebook tonight, man. But listen, guys, I'm going to start streaming just YouTube because I am a YouTuber. I am a content creator. So sooner than later, guys, in 2026, I'm going to jump off Facebook. So, guys, you guys are going to have to come over to YouTube, man. YouTube is where I'm going to be at. All right, so let me go ahead and get our guest in here, man. First guest we're going to get in here, man. We're going to get Mr. K1. What's up, Mr. K1? Are you good? Okay. All right. Well, welcome. Let's keep going. Let me go to Nashville, man. Because I love going to Nashville, man. I love them ducks. So we're gonna go to Nashville. We're gonna go to Mama Duck. What's up, Mama Duck?
Hey, All Star, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Great. Thank you for accepting the invite.
Absolutely.
Let's keep it going. Let's go to Virginia, guys. We're gonna go to Virginia, man. I love this guy right here. This guy is a real cool guy, man. He's for the community, man, and I am glad he's on this call. He's in Virginia. He goes by the name of Cozy Custom Toys. Yep. All right. Well, thank you, sir. Let's keep it going. Let's go to Atlanta. We're gonna go to Atlanta, and we're gonna go with LJ. What's up, LJ?
What's up?
Everything
Hey, family. How everybody doing? Cozy cleaning up.
Yeah, he is.
Y'all didn't hear me, did you? I was on mute the whole time, wasn't I?
No, we heard you.
Oh, okay, cool.
We definitely heard you, man. Welcome, LJ.
What's up, everybody?
We're gonna go to South Carolina, South Kakalaki. If you listen to the radio, you should hear his voice on the radio in Charleston, South Carolina. Goes by the name of DJ Nice. What's up,
going on, party people? Slingshot family.
What's up, man?
DJ D.
Yes, sir. All right, we're gonna go to Baton Rouge, guys. Some people might know him as the graffiti bike. Some might know him as press play. Some may know him as the short dude. But it don't matter.
Really?
Lucas! What's up,
Hey,
Luke?
Tig in the building. Tig.
I see how we starting this night off. I see that now.
It's all up.
Hey, it's Mr. Volume 1 to you now.
Volume 1. We're going to talk about
Oh,
that.
sugar.
We're going to talk about that. I'm not surprised, sir. I'm not surprised. Let's go to Alabama. And we're going to go to Miss Sapphire. Bam. What's going on, Miss Sapphire?
Hey everyone, how you doing?
What's up?
Hey, y'all gotta separate. Y'all gotta separate. Y'all gotta separate a little bit. Yeah. Y'all gotta separate.
On the same camera. I think it's better.
Okay. So we're gonna go to South Carolina. South Carolina goes by the name of Battle Cat. What's up, Battle Cat?
What's good, family? Sitting up here with Flow Time Riders. A few of us here out here fellowshipping, but we're here.
Well, tell
Good to see
everybody.
everyone.
Who's that? Tracy with you? Who over there?
No,
Thor?
Chasing up with me, but no Thor. We got Panther and
Okay.
um, Candy Girl.
Okay. What's up, Candy Girl? What's up, Panther?
I say, hey,
All right, so listen, we're gonna get our last guest in here. He's no stranger to the slingshot community. If you ever went to the biggest slingshot event, he goes by the name of Mark Mallet. What's up, Mark?
Good evening. What's up? Thank you for having me on, All Star.
What's up, sir? How you doing?
What up?
Doing good. Merry Christmas. We're in the season.
Ready for it, huh? With your hat.
I got 3 babies, so they're always all about it.
Okay, hold on, Battle Cat came back. You good, Battle?
yeah, I'm good.
Turn your camera around, Battle. Just turn your phone.
Turn your phone sideways, Battle Cat. There we go.
There you go. Oh,
Let's do it now.
all right.
All right, guys. So in the chat, guys, listen, I want to make sure I let everybody know in the chat, man, you guys are a part of this conversation, man. This is going to be a great conversation. So I will be looking at the chat, man. You guys are a part of this chat. I really want you guys to have your input heard. So just comment your comment in the chat and I will get it read. So I see we got D Solo in the building, Shane Ferguson in the building, Monique Davis, Slingshot Riders of North Carolina. We got Gator Express. What's up, Gator Express? We got Darren
Yeah.
and the ambassador. What's going on, Jack Long? All right, so let's get this game. Listen, guys, the purpose of this is 2026 is right around the corner, guys. And I wanted to have a great conversation about what we vision for 2026. We know what 2025 was. So we want to talk about the things that we want to happen in 2026. Now, I want you guys to be honest, man. So the only way we're going to be able to fix some things and make 2026 is that we be honest on this podcast so that we can actually understand each other's concerns and listen. Now, also the
We lose the host.
that every competition in 2026, man, I want every competitor, whether it be LED, sound, or anything, I want them to feel like they had a fair shot. This was a fair contest. I loved it. I gave it my best, and either I won or I came up short. It doesn't matter. But in 2026, I would love for every competitor to walk away knowing I won or I lost, but it was fair. Now, let me say this. I don't care if your name is Obama. When you pull into the ring, you should have no favoritism. I don't care if you've been on a magazine, Slingshot magazine, you should have no favoritism. I don't care if you won the last 3 weeks you won, you should have no favoritism, man. So this is what we need to get to 2026. No favoritism. It doesn't matter who you are. When you pull into the ring, the judges need to not know you. They're listening to what you're gonna sound like right now. They don't care what you sound like last week, the week before that, but they need to listen to right now. Okay. If you have mini stretch or BBLs, that shouldn't make the judge feel like, okay, I'm gonna lean towards this bike more. I want no favoritism 2026, man. No
Can everybody hear All Star? Because I can't hear.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear.
Cozy, what's
You
wrong?
can hear me, right?
Let me check my YouTube stream.
Cozy, can you hear me now?
Cricket Mobile.
Yeah, you're good. You're good on live.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just open this up, man. I wanna open up with everybody. Let's talk about what you would like to change um,
Yo,
for 2026, man. And then we can just start somewhere and end up where we're going to end up at. Coach just fell off. Okay, so I'll start it off. Let's talk about the King of the Hill contest
no.
versus the Classic contest. Tell me, guys, how do you guys feel about King of the Hill versus the Classic battle?
Mm-mm.
I mean, I'm not a competitor, but as a host, I actually prefer the King of the Hill. I think it's something different. I think it pushes the competitor. Um, and I think it allows the host to get through the competition, based on how many competitors you actually have. I think it allows you to get through the competitors a lot faster. Um, it gives you an opportunity to be able to, experience the other things that are going on with the show versus just doing sound all day long. So I actually like the King of the Hill for that reason itself, is that you're able to get through the sound competition a lot faster.
Right. Okay. Nice.
That's true.
I agree with LJ. The same thing. I like that you go faster, but it also as a competitor, it makes you stretch yourself more because you have to make sure that you have a playlist that you're gonna have to be able to make sure that you're able to battle. So but yeah, I'm all in favor of the King of the Hill because just like she said, you get to see other aspects to the show.
Right.
King
Nice.
of the
I
Hill's
agree with it
definitely
because
faster.
it's go ahead, Doc. Go ahead, Mom
Go
Doc. It's
ahead,
fine.
K1. You got it. Go ahead.
I like it because it goes quick and you gotta your bike gotta be ready to play King of the Hill actually. If you
Yeah.
will have default, it's gonna mess up in your second, third, fourth song. Cause we build these bikes for competition. It's like a race car. It's built to go a quarter mile, come back down, and it's got to rest for a while. So I mean, I like it. Your bike just got to be built for it.
Right.
On you, Mama Duck.
I agree. I agree. King of the Hill is faster as a host. Like LJ said, it is a lot faster. It moves things quicker. But I still like the classic setup myself.
Okay. Nice.
And I agree with Mama Duck. I'm actually on the fence. I feel like I would use King of the Hill if we had, a large competitive amount of competitors out there. But I do like the classic better. I just feel like it gives you that second attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
So would you do you mind if I ask a question?
Go ahead.
So if you have, just say, a lot of competitors showing up for sound, would you switch it at that point? Would you just say, hey, we're going to run King of the Hill because we have so many people participating? Or would you just stick with just classic because that's what you started off as a rule?
I would, whatever
So
you announce it as, I wouldn't change anything last minute myself because you know how
yeah.
people add last minute changes.
Right.
I don't like any changes at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but you can also go around and ask everybody it's okay to do King of the Hill.
You
I,
can
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
probably, I would
That's
probably,
that's like we all go to Memphis. Memphis lasts all night.
right.
King of the Hill right there would have been perfect.
Sapphire, mute your mic.
I would
Oh, sorry.
we say as a stipulation, if we reach a certain amount of sound competitors, that we would switch our format to King of the Hill. So be prepared for, that format to change,
I
based
mean,
on the
I
number.
think so. Yeah, I think so.
If you have
Well,
like,
if you want to stay out there all night, then leave it as the classic. But if you want to just hurry up and go with it, and it's good.
just
Mhm.
advertise it, LJ. Advertise it.
Right. I mean, right. You have to. I mean, I'm not a fan of switching anything. If
Yeah.
I said it, if it's in the rules, if it's been announced, then I'm going with what's been announced. But
Right.
I'm just looking at other options because the sound competition going on for like 8 and 10 hours, that's just sort of crazy.
Right.
You get a lot of people that miss that aspect of the show because they've been out there for so many hours. You're probably missing some of the best or the key points.
Yeah, I've been to shows where the sound competition goes on for like 12 hours. Like it's crazy.
Right.
Like
Right. It is. At some point you tap out from that point on. And in Atlanta, the year before last, we sort of switched things up where people are anticipating the heavyweights and so on to go on the stream to go on last. That's when you actually start losing people before they come on. They were switched at another, not my show, but at another show. We pulled out the heavyweight and the streams, through the middle of the classes. So they didn't go at the end. So no one was anticipating that to be the case. You just had to be ready.
If you're in the chat, guys, if you want to respond, we're talking about King of the Hill. If you love King of the Hill, or if you don't really like King of the Hill, just type it in the chat. But we haven't heard from Lucas. But before we go, Lucas, so for everything we talk about tonight, I want to end it with, is it fair? So whatever topic we talk about, we always got to say, is King of the Hill fair? Which one is the fairest? Are both of them fair? Classic is fair and King of the Hill is fair. Which one is fair? Because in 2026, we want to be the fair. We want to have the fairest contest as possible. So if you feel like King of the Hill gives advantage to certain people, then say that. But I want to make sure every topic that we talk about, we end it with, is it fair? Because if we can say that it's fair, then we can move on to the next topic.
Hey, All-Star, Mark's in the comments wanting you to bring him back on camera.
Oh, I don't see Mark.
You don't see him? He said bring
Oh,
him
there
back.
you go. I'm sorry. Oh, Mark. I'm sorry, Mark.
I'm back.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Pam.
You're welcome.
My phone was making some static. I could hear it, and I just didn't want to mess up your show. So I'll switch here. You can hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, good. Hey, I didn't get to chime in on this. So the question was about King of the Hill, which I should correct you. It's called Royalty of the Ring.
Okay.
I did that the past couple of events I was involved with. Just took out the word King of the Hill and kind of gave it a little twist of a name called Royalty of the Ring. Just kind of gives you some inclusiveness to everybody. And I like the ring of it, the sound of it. But the style, I think King of the Hill is cool. I think brackets is cool. I kind of come back from my first audio competition I ran in 2017. All through the years, people used to hate it, the King of the Hill style, especially in Texas, because a lot of the comments I heard, and I'm not saying this is the only reasons people hated it, was their slingshots would overheat, their amps, their engines, everything, because it's hot here most of the year. They also felt like that their batteries couldn't last long enough. But the thing that's changed since then is the builds are way better. The past eight years, I mean, just the past 3 or 4 years, it's actually increased a lot. So I've noticed a lot of people doing the King of the Hill style, and it seems that there's really not a whole lot of complaints about those reasons anymore. So what I'm kind of getting to is either one is cool. The argument of it's, saves time. I agree. I think it does speed up things because it is challenging to get people to move their slingshots around, call them in the ring. Whereas if it's Royalty of the Ring, King of the Hill, whatever you like to call it, you can just have them in a line already kind of lined up. It gets real crowded at some of the events. Some of the venue spaces are smaller. The crowd gets around. If you have a line, it's easy to just roll them in one at a time. But on the competitor side, they may actually play a lot more times than if they were in a bracket. Let's say you're only against 10 people. You're probably going to play 3 times if you're going to win. I guess you could, if there would be a way, it'd be 3 or 4 times, let's say. But if you're King of the Hill style and you're the first slingshot in there and you're like the top, sounding slingshot, then you would have to possibly play 10 times. So you got to have a playlist. Your slingshot's got to be able to be ready to keep playing, because that would be sure a bummer if their battery died and they couldn't play in the last couple of rounds because they died out. So you got to have the build ready to know that. So I think the comment earlier about you got to be built for it. I think it's important to let everybody know that that's what you're going to do at the event. Or if you don't know, because if you're trying to amount of competitors, you could put it in there. Hey, listen, if we're going to have 8 or less, we're going to do brackets. If it's 8, it's 9 or more, we're going to do it royalty of the ring, King of the Hill.
Yeah,
and you kind of let them know that at least if you are one of those that may feel like you might want to switch it, that's a way to not switch it on them. You kind of gave them the information. I don't think anybody likes to be blindsided by anything. So switching at the end, I think, is what people may say, oh, I don't like it, or that made me mad. Because you always get the people that are going to chatter in the background or on Facebook.
all right.
Mhm.
Before Mark lost his signal, I think.
I'll start. Are you going to start another section, or I just wanted to add something to?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, what LJ was saying, I just want to just throw like a little curveball in there, right? So this year was the first year that I've been to a Ricky Wells, like we were a part of it. It was in Houston, no, Dallas. So those people, I mean, they had their people who did some installs and selling and all that stuff. But I mean, those bikers were out there ready to compete. They tested their bike, they competed. That's all it was, and that was a competition to me, right? And LJ mentioned, and there's a show, and so I feel like, you know, there's a difference. Like for me, I'm a competitor. I really just want to go there and just compete. I don't really care about all the other stuff. Some people don't care about the competition. They just want to get to the competition. They want to do all the other stuff, right? So I feel like there should be something that distinguishes the difference between a show and a competition, right? Because I don't know how everybody feels. I know it might be, some people might feel like me, like they might just want to come compete. They're all about competing. They can sit out there all day and watch competitions because that's what they're about. And then you got the other people that are not about that. But for me, I want to get out there and compete. That's what it's about. It's a competition. I'm not saying I don't care nothing about the show, but I'm really there to compete. My head is all in for competing while I'm there.
So my question to you, Sapphire, what do you differentiate a show versus a competition?
So all the other stuff, the ride, the parties, the you know tour buses or whatever, all that other stuff, I don't. I mean, I'll attend it. Just my sometimes if it depends on when it is. To me, it had to be after the competition because before that, my head's in. I'm thinking, sleeping. Competition.
Yeah.
And it's and that's just me, who I am. I mean, I'm prior military, saying that's what it's about for me. And like I said, everybody's not like that. So but with Ricky Wells show, that's all they did. They competed and we were gone. I don't know if they do anything after that. I don't know if they did anything before that, but you were literally there to compete. That's all they cared about. And I'm telling you, they were just sitting there, just waiting. Bikes were just in and out, in and out. We went in and out. They waited for us, and then they competed with the motorcycle. So, I mean, I like that about his show.
I think the difference between the two shows is this is really not the show itself. It's the culture, because the slingshot culture, it initiated from group rides and group events, group parties. So you still have a lot of the old heads that still want that aspect of being around in that community.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, the competition part came secondary.
well, sort of. It's like,
back way back.
yeah, like it just depends on it at one point. When it was initially put together as a sound competition, it was baggers against slingshots. The first sound competition was actually a Ricky Wills show that was slingshots against baggers. So, but then we had another aspect that was initiated, with someone else, that they brought a different aspect of the culture, which was basically just group rides. So you still have majority of the people that are still looking for that aspect of a show.
When
And
was that? When was that bagger versus slingshots you're talking about?
2015,
2015.
2015.
Okay.
I think that date was actually April 2015. If I
And
can
we were getting spanked back then. I
getting,
mean,
getting spanked.
spanked.
Right. So I mean, and that's just what people expect. And then Sling Experience had to come out, and then they had to make stuff all great with, 1,000 writers and all these other aspects of the show. So people have just grown to like that side of the culture.
Yeah, there's a lot of aspects to the slingshots. The back in the day, I remember whenever I had 6.5-inch speakers on my slingshot, and I just thought it was the coolest thing. But those baggers slingshots that were built back then that were trying to compete against them, yeah, they were, like Cozy was saying, yeah, there was nothing, But it didn't take too long for the slingshots to catch up. Now the slingshots are amazing. I mean, it's no
We
longer.
still got some catching up to do.
Whole lot.
No, we still got some catching up to do. Don't do that.
I don't think, and I'm gonna say this out loud. I don't think our lightweights and featherweights can keep up with the baggers, lightweights and featherweights.
No.
Period.
Mhm.
To this day, right now.
You mean like the same amount of speakers comparing them side by side?
Sound quality.
Down, period. The bag of featherweights and the slingshot featherweights, apples and oranges.
Totally different.
All right, guys. So let's finish up with the King of the Hill. So, do you guys feel like either way, King of the Hill or Classic Battles is fair? So in 2026, we're cool with either, right?
Yeah, either one.
It's fair, but we need to be basing this off. There are two tools that a host of a show uses, right? If your itinerary is set up for rides, parties, and stuff like that, you may want to consider using King of the Hill. But if, like Sapphire say, you're a audio competition, and that's what you want to do, then the classic way might be what you want to do. But I like the idea of LJ saying, hey, give a disclaimer saying, hey, look, if I get this many competitors to adjust my time based off my itinerary, I'm gonna have to do King of the Hill. But either or, as competitors, we got to be prepared to play either or.
That's the same thing I was saying. I think my phone got cut off on my computer, but yeah, that's a good way to do it. Let's say you have 9 or less, you're going to do brackets. 10 or more, you're going to do King of the Hill, and at least that way people know when they come what to expect, rather than say it's brackets and then you go, oh, what do we do? Oh, let's just do it King of the Hill style, and then you throw them for a loop. So I think it's good to put that out there in writing, that it could be. If you at least say that, then they know, and then you can be like, hey, we put it out there.
Yeah.
So what is that? Go ahead, Mama.
I was just gonna say it's all about disclosures.
Yeah, write it all down.
Every time.
Put the information out there somewhere.
Put it out there somewhere.
It needs to be out there for everybody.
We have to get the sound competitors groomed to announce that they're coming as well too. I mean, I had it set with my site that they would basically pay for the sound ahead of time, so that way I could count how many competitors that I had in advance. But you typically get competitors that don't want to announce that they're competing. They don't even want. They want to wait to the last second.
Last minute.
And I'm like, what is? If you're gonna compete, you're gonna compete.
Yeah.
Like, what is that about? Stop being afraid.
Strategy.
We got Cornell Terry. He said he likes the classic. We got Phoenix. Phoenix says, I agree with Sapphire. The people should have the option to do the show part of the audio part. If you want to sit and watch the audio, then that's what you do and still have your show part for others. Okay. All right. So I like what you guys said, and this is a great conversation. So I think maybe every show for 2026 should say, hey, we're gonna start off with classic. If we have more than 10 people, we're gonna go to King of the Hill, or not switch it, but my recommendation would be whatever you start off with, that's what you finish
I
with.
think if you start projecting at least 20 to 25 competitors, you probably can get away with the classic style. The minute you go with that number,
It's hell.
it's automatic King of the Hill.
What number is that? It's what number?
That option out there,
You talking
I
about
mean-
one class, or you talking about the whole competition?
the whole competition.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
After
yeah.
25, it's drama because we had like 40, 45 or 40 something contestants in Atlanta, and then that took until what, like 10 o'clock at night or something.
11. 11.
And it was dark.
11.
Yeah.
And we didn't get to go on the ride with you, which the Atlanta ride is really dope. And it was like, we got to finish it. I'm just telling you, hey, look, Atlanta, and they talk about history, right? The best rides were always in metropolitan cities that you can get out there, take over the interstate, and you had the police escorting us too. Oh, we could just go out there, go crazy. Oh yeah,
Don't do
that's
that.
dope. I mean, that's just what it is.
Okay.
Hey, flowers to you, mama.
Well,
All right, so listen, we got a comment from the ambassador, Jack Long. He says the show should have a quota on how many people in each class. They should pre-register if you're competing. I like the classic. You like the classic shows, okay? So, do you guys think that you guys should limit, like you're only going to do 10 featherweights, or maybe you're only going to do 10 lightweights, or you don't think so?
No.
Okay.
But look,
I think
go
that's
back
what
to-
he's trying to say. I think that's what he's trying to say.
I want to go back to what LJ said about like how she had the registration. So when Slingfest was in existence, and I had went to the Galveston show, which that was my first time ever going to Texas, and I'm telling you, I can't remember, what was it, 2022? That show was incredible. But what they did is they had you register. It was $0 to just register to say you're coming, and they put that out there so they knew how many people were coming. So maybe if we do something like that, where if they don't want to register for the competition themselves, but they just register that, hey, I'm coming, you can account for, at least how many people are coming. No, that's not okay.
I'm gonna tell you why. It's. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing at all. It gets you an idea, but it doesn't make someone obligated to come and pay anything.
Wait, say that
So-
again. I knew she said.
For
Yeah,
this number because they didn't pay anything.
Yeah.
My single,
LJ,
my
your
single one-
T-Mobile phone is messing up.
Yeah, but you had a good point though. Go ahead.
Am I frozen?
Repeat it.
No, you
Run it back.
Okay. So, let me repeat it because I work with Slingfest people too as well. So it's not a bad thing, but because someone did not pay, then they're not obligated. They don't feel the need to continue. To actually show up for the show because they didn't pay anything. So, you prepare for this particular number, and then it's like, I didn't pay anything. I can just change my mind, So, that would be the issue with doing that. It sounds good. It sounds great, but I find that's the issue. Like if I was planning for a police escort and I'm expecting so many people, I'm paying for more escorts, or I'm paying for a bigger venue, or if I'm feeding you, I'm paying for more food, but you didn't pay anything. So with that being said, you may or may not show up. So that's my issue with that.
That's the honest reason why I hate Eventbrite. I know everybody say pre-register, but I hate it because people tend to play games with Eventbrite and they can set you up for a failure. I got about 80 people coming and you only get 10. because those people wasn't real. It was fake, and look where you're at. You
Yeah.
know, it can set you up for a failure.
It really can, and you know, I hate to give tips like this because you just want to keep my mouth shut. But if you are a host, do not use Eventbrite for your event, because I can show up and have a great time, but I can also go back home and I can dispute those charges, and they will give you a chargeback.
Hmm.
So you don't want to use Eventbrite.
Who
No,
would
didn't
do
know
that?
that.
Who would do that?
Oh, they will do that. They will do that. Addition to Eventbrite, you know, taking out a large percentage of your money as well too. So that's just something that I've learned with doing other events. You don't do Eventbrite.
Message.
We got a comment from Smoke.
Message.
Smoke
Right.
QC. Smoke says, I think all shows should come up with a way people ahead of time for sound competition. The bikers do it for all their shows. So I think he's saying it should come up with a way for people to do it ahead of the competition.
So should come up
Well, it
with a
depends on who all coming. How many? We doing this for the volume of people that's coming. If you have less people, then you know you just do the classic. That's all it's based on.
Mhm.
You're just saying how many people coming.
That's it.
All right, well, let's move into something else. Let's move into something else, guys. I thank you guys for talking about the King of the Hill and everything else you said. I think the audience, we got 47 people on YouTube, and I don't know how many on Facebook right now. But what you said, I think it stuck with them. So what I got out of it, Mama Duck, what I got out of it is that
Okay, give me mine then.
either way, King of the Hill or Classic is fine. But if you get too many competitors, you should already switch it to King of the Hill. That's what I got.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's move into this, man. It's gonna get a little spicy, but I want you guys, some of you guys on here. No, I see one guy in the middle. Yeah, one guy in the middle. Yeah. But listen, I want to ask you guys how you feel about this. Now, when a mini stretch pulls into the ring against a non-mini stretch, do you guys think the judges already lean towards the mini stretch? I just want you to know. I want you to know.
Yeah.
Listen, the bike looks more aggressive. It's longer. It's bulkier. It looks like it's ready to battle. Do the judges automatically lean towards that bike as the winner? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think so. Hey, also look at me. I didn't win not one competition this year. Not one competition, and every bout I played was mini scratch.
Your bike wasn't innocent this year.
Listen,
Cozy was the last person I played. I just gave it. I said, I'm staying it down.
listen. All I'm saying is,
All-Star, I
Go
have
ahead.
played. I did a clarity against a mini stretch, and I asked the judge afterwards, and he said, "Your bike sounds amazing. Both bikes sounds amazing, but you can't keep up with this bike because it's a mini stretch. It's larger. You know what I'm saying?" And that's what they told me.
hold on, Sapphire.
So-
Hold on, Sapphire. Now, I was told. Now, hold on, Sapphire. That's a good point. I was told that the mini stretch does nothing for your base. That's what I was told.
That's not
It does not. It does not.
That's what
I'm gonna tell you why a mini stretch does not.
I was
Right?
told.
A mini stretch is just stretching the bike first, right? It's about the boxes and the setup that you put inside the mini stretch. You can have a mini stretch with trash ass boxes, and you ain't gonna sound like shit. And I think that when people equate mini stretch, we got to start saying like using the factory compartment, because you can still keep a factory compartment with a mini stretch,
Right.
or you're using extended boxes. Because at that point, we're starting to talk about a different ball game. But I can tell you that a mini stretch does not equate to you winning. I can promise you that. And
Got that.
You're like Gale Force.
But what
Like
I'm
Gale
saying
Force,
is-
he's stretched, but he has stock boxes, right?
right.
Yep.
And guess what? He was beating the brakes off of some bikes that had many stretches.
Yeah.
They didn't sound as good as him.
I just-
So that's where this conversation gets really, really muddy, because they equate mini stretch to win versus mini stretch to just another option. I'm telling you, like some boxes don't work for the mini stretch, and it doesn't work out that well for them. I mean, a lot of us struggle with that formula, and until you get the formula right, you're not talking about much of nothing.
D nice.
Yes, sir.
So it said the mini stretch doesn't equate to more bass, right? Is that what people will say?
That's exactly what he said.
Listen
And
to
it
me.
doesn't.
Why do so many people have it? So why do they have it then? If it ain't giving you an advantage, why do you have it?
In the upper classes, and if you utilize that space in the upper classes, then that's a different conversation. But like in featherweight and lightweight, the mini stretch in the stock compartment does not give you more of an advantage. Actually, more of a disadvantage because you got a longer distance to make it catch up with the rest of the 6.5s that are in that bike in the smaller classes. So the mini stretch is not the problem. The problem comes in when you start expounding upon the OEM stock tubs of that slingshot.
Yeah.
Well, another problem is if your judge is looking at a regular slingshot versus a stretch slingshot, you don't base your decision on that. The judge's decision should be on the quality. And they
That's
know what they're
there
looking
it is.
for.
There it is, Mama Duck. Say it. That's what it is.
They
Hold
need
on,
to know
hold on.
what they're
Let
looking for.
let us say it again. Say it again, Mama Duck. Say it again.
The judge needs to know what
Problem.
they're looking for, and it's not based on if the bike is stretched or not. They need to listen for quality, rattle, bass, everything. They need to know
Right.
what a sound competition is based off of. Not
And I thought that's what all competitions did. I mean, that's the way, you know,
That's why we need judges that ain't in the community like this. We need somebody that don't know nothing about a slingshot.
But they got to know a little bit.
yeah.
They
Oh, you
they
gotta
they
know about sound.
They got to know music and how it's supposed to
Yeah, you
sound.
got to know about sound. Like I don't think that you can teach someone how to be a good judge that doesn't have a background in sound.
But
This
it
is
doesn't not necessarily slingshot community though.
yeah, I don't think that it's just about slings, but you have people that will look at something and they think it looks shinier, so that must mean it's better. Or you'll have someone that looks at a generic brand item and thinks that, and think that it's not as good as a name brand item in a store. So that's the same issue that you're getting with some of the inexperienced judges that are looking at a stretch and assuming that because it's a stretch, it has to be the better choice to pick when it comes down to, judging in a competition. I'm an outsider looking in, and I see that could be an issue when it comes to judges as well.
They definitely need to be open air vehicles and not like car audio. It's totally different. Open air versus car audio is totally different.
Yeah.
and you go ahead. Go. I don't want to
No,
interrupt
go
you.
ahead.
Go.
No, go ahead.
I think that it's weird because if you sit back and you watch the motorcycle community, and I mean, they keep being the hot topic of what we keep looking at, right? The the genre of music they play in the motorcycle world is some songs we use, but there's a lot of songs they go on and it's judged on different levels. We kind of judge on a wow factor at some points. Uh, I'm gonna use a Millie. I hate doing it because I use the song too, right? But what's musical about a Millie?
The bass.
The bass drop. That one bass drop you hear is the wow factor of the song. In the motorcycle world, that's just one check off the box. And it's based off all these other did you hit that tone? Did you hit that note? Did you get all of this? It's us having to readjust the way we think about the music because when I listen to their music, a lot of their music not bass heavy. It's clarity. It's really kind of the same things we play in clarity that get balance of you're right, a balance of a bike that sounds really good. And in the slingshot community, I'm not saying all judges and all shows. I'm just saying as a trend in the community, we kind of look for the wow factor and not the overall balance of the bike. That's why we don't play a lot of the songs they play. They play a lot of jazz music, a lot of R&B. We don't. We can't. When we first started, we were playing techno music.
Right.
That and
Tennessee whiskey.
trap.
Well, I stole a lot of yours, K1. I'm not gonna lie. So I see.
It's all right. It's okay.
I felt that was a shot, but hey, you're the first one to play the future. I took it. I
Oh
We
did.
can
yeah.
all learn
Yes,
from each
sir.
other, so we can take stuff others have done. That's good.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
So
Thank you,
Hey,
Mark. I feel
preacher put
better.
me on the map, man. They put me on the
so let
map,
me
baby.
let me add some. Let me add
oh,
some.
good.
Let me add something real quick. So we're talking about mini stretches and non-mini stretches. From a builder tuner, I know, for example, what Jack's combo boxes do in a mini stretch, and I know what they do in a stock slingshot. The way those things are made, they port inside the slingshot, goes underneath the seat, hits the front wall, and comes back. So the base is more ready. It's more prevalent that way. But when you stretch that slingshot, you like D-Night said, you're having to travel farther to get that bass note to come back and hit you. There is no. It's the same thing with a six-seater. I can bring a six-seater in and or a four-seater in with stock tubs and play. I got to play even harder because everything's spread out farther. So, I just don't understand if people don't understand the physics or anything about that, but a lot of people speak on, oh, it's a mini stretch, so it's an advantage. It's not. Okay, then people say, well, with the mini stretch, well, they have a tunnel cover. Okay. What's the difference between a tunnel cover and a roof? Same difference. You you're
Same
you're ha-
place.
you have some type of enclosure over your sling, and it does change the sound a little bit, but it's no difference than a roof or not roof. You choose to compete and build the way you want to compete. But I just get irritated when people keep bashing the mini stretch, the mini stretch, the mini stretch. They came out with the mini stretch. They came out with a monster. Then what did they do? We changed the rules. They applied. They abided by the rules, made the changes, and was still winning. So where's the argument at?
So the can I speak? I want to speak from a competitive standpoint. So
Who's speaking? I can't see
Sapphire.
nobody.
Sapphire, me.
Put your glasses on, Cozy. You know you can't see no way.
Hold on for a
Oh,
second.
Oh, there you are. I
Sapphire,
got a
he don't
damn. I
get.
got a damn. I have a live clock in front of their faces. That's why
oh.
I can't see them.
Hold on for a second,
So
guys. Let me
Oh
give a
yeah,
shout
we got
out to Big
live.
O. Big O is in there. King Lazy Lane. King Lazy
and
Lane. Big O. What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in. All right, go ahead, Sapphire.
so one thing through this whole year, maybe one time, maybe once, I think. What the problem is when it comes to mini stretch and stock boxes, all of this stuff, is that with the judges, it's everything is not put on the table and open. So if I'm competing, you have a competition, the judges, you have your judges there, hey, judges, this is what you're looking for. Competitors, this is what they're looking for. It's You're never on the same page, right? So we get in this ring, I'm going up against a stretched BBL sling, and I don't know what the judge is looking for. No one has said what the judge is looking for. We don't know if the host has briefed the judges on what they should be looking for, right? And then we get out there and compete, and then it looks like, oh, they're going for the we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing was put out there in front of everybody on the mic. Hey, this is what they're looking for. Judges, this is what you need to look for. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody's on the same page.
Okay.
Well, this
At
where
some
this where it
at,
comes.
at some point, your host should say in front of the competitors, the judges, and the constituents that are attending that show what this show is actually looking for. If
Right.
it's a high level audio competition and you're looking for all around sound, we're not judging bikes on what it could potentially do. We are judging on what the bike actually performs, and I think that makes a difference. And that's upon the show to do his due diligence and allow everybody to be the even the playing field and let them know that. Now the problem comes in a lot when you have an inexperienced judge. Not that he's listening, what he hearing is wrong. He just doesn't have the correct verbiage to articulate what he hears and how to describe it. And that's where I saw a lot of the issues happening this past year. A lot of the judges just didn't know how to articulate what they
Right.
heard
Right.
or giving a fair explanation of why they chose a bike over another bike. And sometimes it's simply nothing wrong with the bike. It just the other bike is outperforming. And it could have just been said something simple as that. When you tell a competitor that done travel 4 or 5 hours, oh, you didn't have the crowd rocking It ain't about the crowd. It's
Mhm.
about what you are
Not the
displaying.
crowd.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what
Or
I'm
Or
when
your
you're
saying?
bike's
That's what
not
able.
loud enough because I didn't know it was about whose bike is louder.
Yeah.
Right. So there's so many different things. Like put it out there so we
Correct.
know.
Correct.
All right,
and
Mark. So you
and
hear that, Mark? So the next time you come out there, put it out in the opening.
hey, I'm gonna throw this into the equation too, right? Because Mark, you know, we had these conversations in our group deal, and this is why I like the tokens because it eliminates judges from having to deal with a lot of that. They make their decision, get it over with, and be done. But Mark, you know, like I know, I tell everybody, don't give your critiquing until the whole competition is over. Because anything you say at that moment, they are hanging on every single word of what you said. Then they go to asking what's your experience and what's your hey man, killing the whole game and
And then
it's
they get you eliminated.
well and maybe but
I've been saying
seriously
about that
like we
Waffle
should
House.
that is a real deal. Like I don't think we should be giving advice. You made your decision, move on from that because it only causes more drama and confusion. But I will say this on behalf of judges too. The community makes it really bad on them by doing that to them because now there's like, I don't want to deal with that. And they may vote a particular kind of way. And I hate to say people may do that, but we don't make it no better on them either.
Right.
can I answer one of the
Hey,
comments, Miss?
hold on a second, Cozy. Let me get the super chat, man. Hold on. Thank you, Darren Smith. Thank you for that super chat, sir. He says you have to establish criteria and be able to define the criteria to make things fair. A score sheet or something should be made available. A judge should be able to defend what they said about the setup. Nice, nice. All right, I like that, Darren.
You know, on the Slaying Experience website, we actually wrote out exactly what the judges are looking for. We did that in two ways. One for the competitors to read it and know what they're doing, but it's also a place for everybody to come and learn from it and maybe copy it. I challenge or encourage other events to kind of look at what we've written out on the Slaying Experience website. It's gone into some very in-depth over the years, you know, many years of audio competitions, and it's evolved and made revisions. But you know, the criteria of the judging is not just based on bass or moving the crowd. That's definitely not even one of the categories. But it basically breaks it down to clarity, volume, bass, mid bass, and staging. With that, you're also looking at the overall quality of the sound from vibrations or rattling. And then if everything's all equal, you know, you're also looking at the craftsmanship, the artistic build of it too. Those are things that are all going to be considered when they're judging a slingshot. So it's all written out there. People can go and look at that and read that later. But I would really encourage other shows to copy and paste it or use it as a starting point for what you do. But you got to let your competitors know. And then you should also have a meeting with your judges. And we do it weeks and weeks in advance. I think our audio competition group has 18 people in it. And we've been together for a few years doing that chat rather than individual phone calls or a meeting 30 minutes before the competition. I understand that that's probably happens at some events, but just want to put that out there that it's all written on our website, and I hope others can use it too. And we can
That
learn
really,
from it.
This comment
Mark,
from
that really
STL.
vary from show to show. I mean,
It,
the judges should be looking for the same thing at every single show.
yeah, I think those 5 categories are the best, and I only assumed that that's what other events were using, but I can't follow and watch and see what 45 events are doing in a year.
Right.
I think some of these shows or these hosts, whether they ask for it or not, they really don't know. And by the time it's showtime, it's too late. It's too late to try to roll back the clock to get some understanding. I stress this to help, not to criticize. Man, find you some judges when you doing it, your itinerary, you got your location. Start looking for judges. Start having meeting with judges. if you're using people not inside the slingshot community, just make sure they're knowledgeable about what they're doing and how they're doing it. I mean, and after that, you just got to stick to your guns with it. If however your judge is a judge, they're gonna be upset anyway.
Yeah, it is an opinion, so they are going to judge. But if you give them something to start with that everybody knows they're on the same page together, that I think that's going to be a big part of helping 2026 for all these other events. And I know that we have a lot to improve as well. I've made a lot of mistakes myself, so I think that's why we're on here to try to improve, right?
Absolutely.
That's right.
Can I address one of the comments real quick? So, Phoenix, you're saying that you can't tell if a featherweight or lightweight mini stretch is running stock tubs or not. How come you can't? I like to know why you can't. If they're using combo boxes just like everybody else, like Jarrell's wife and everybody else in the slingshot community, we know what size the combo boxes are. If they're not sticking out the back of the slingshot, it's a stock tub. I don't know why we keep going down that road. We can't tell whether a mini stretch. We still on the same thing about mini stretch, mini stretch, mini stretch. We got to get over that conversation.
Jose, she said you can't
And
see inside. That's what she said.
you can't see inside what?
I'm
You
reading the
can't.
comments.
You can't see. You can't see inside of a stock slingshot. Once the box goes in there, that's it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Well.
I just listen. I've been dealing with this. We've been dealing with this for years now, and it's getting old. We got to move on 2026 to something else because this is petty now. It's starting to get petty, and it's always directed, and we all know this is directed toward one individual. So I'm gonna say this: if you believe that person, we said this before, if you believe a competitor is not doing something right, put your money where your mouth is. They'll pull this stuff out, and if they prove that they're not cheating, you give up the money. Simple as that. That'll keep all this conversation to a minimum, because nobody's really standing on the business side of it. And if you got to cheat, and I say this to anybody in the community, if you got to cheat to win, you shouldn't even be here. Period.
I'm with you on 100%, brother.
If they're caught
I'm
cheating,
sorry.
let me ask you this: what should be the penalty if they get caught cheating?
Blacklist.
Disqualify for the
Ban.
season?
Man,
Ban.
Disqualify
I mean,
for the season or what? For the season?
Can't do that because everybody independently shows ran independently, so you
Right.
can't do it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That part we can't regulate, but they'll be banned. They banned from that show. So
There's
if you're doing,
there's enough people that would probably agree that if they did catch that, they would probably not allow them, and the others that they've talked to would know about it, and then they'd have to make a decision if they're going to ban it at their event too. But maybe they can correct it and go on and improve and not cheat if they were caught cheating. I don't know. It's a tough one for sure.
but
I think it should be to the extent of what
hard.
this cheating was.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard for it. They get caught cheating at the show. They get thrown out that show. So now everybody know that's a cheater.
Yeah.
Everybody
That's not enough.
ain't nobody gonna
Hold
play
on.
that bike.
once again,
You supposed to have 2 subs back there, and all of a sudden you got 3 subs back there. That's why it's been hit
Okay.
so hard.
all right. So we're also still stating that why don't stretches play stretches only?
You ain't got enough slingshots for that.
Listen,
Go ahead.
We don't have enough to do some
okay, we all
with
we all know
class.
that we all know that 3-wheel has a modified class, right?
Yeah.
So if that's the case, you go to 3-wheel show and you do a modified class, and then people that go to that show that are stretched or modified, they understand that they're going to battle a modified slingshot. But in every other show, it's based on speaker count.
Yeah.
I got a question to that, Cozy. You seem like, because
sir.
I don't really know how that works, right? Well, if stretches are playing stretches, then modified don't get to play stretches, then, right? Or the modified gets to play us?
So
No, that's what they're trying to say, that a stretch is a modified class.
No, I know. I understand that concept. So a bike that's not stretched doesn't play in the modified class, right?
It shouldn't.
I thought the modified class was for the lower classes, right? lightweight, middle,
No.
featherweight, and lightweight. That's what I thought.
When I went to three wheel, because when I went to three wheel in Portsmouth, they thought that the two slings that I had there were modified because they thought that we had BBLs on our slingshot.
Mhm.
But both sides of my slingshot, you can stick your arm in there and feel the port. And we did it live with the crew, with his staff to show. I did the rules for three wheel, so I know what the rules are, what's
Okay.
modified, what's not. So
Okay.
I did that, and I showed the guy, and we did a FaceTime, and I showed him everything. Once they realized that, they understood. Okay, this is not a modified class, and we were able to compete in the regular class. So this comes down to having people on your staff or that knows what they're talking about that can articulate these things to the competitors or the hosts. When we were all part of three wheel, we put all this out there. It was all organized. We made sure we did inspections. Everybody understood what they were listening for. All of these things.
I,
So
I
it
guess
comes
I guess
down.
why I guess why I asked that question is if they're playing with stretch bikes, right? Because it's a
Yeah.
modified class, right?
hmm
Then I don't understand. If you're playing with us, then play with us regularly.
Right.
Yeah. What's the argument?
You're saying
Right.
rather
I
than
don't.
play
I
Exactly.
up,
don't.
like why play in the lower class and then
Yeah.
play
Why?
up?
Why? Because and then that to me is like you kind of cherry picking. I'm a cherry pick and play down here, but then I'm still gonna go play with the big boys. And then I went in there. Then just so what? I went in there. I guess I don't get it. I mean, it is what it is. I've never cared that much, but I just don't. The argument is just weird.
Mhm.
So we all, like I said, they say lemon drop crushes Phoenix.
What
Lemon
the
drop's
hell?
been beat by other slingshots.
And Phoenix has also beat Lemon Drop.
Yes. So
But
that's what
I mean,
I'm.
this
Who
is
wrote
this is
that?
really, this is my I don't know somebody, but this is really what my issue is with this whole argument is you, I may spend more money to make my bike sound this way than what you do. Just because my bike looks this way, it doesn't mean that you can't put steroids in a bike that doesn't look this way and sound better. I'm so confused. Now I don't compete. I don't. So, please excuse my ignorance and lack of education on this. But this is just my issue with it. It's like if you had two shells, two stock bikes, right? The outer appearance just looks like two stock bikes. You just can't. How do you know that somebody's not putting more money into the sound of this bike? You guys are arguing the wrong point. You're arguing the wrong point. It's just
I don't.
because Lemon Drop
Well,
looks different
abs-
than yours, then it's supposed to sound. She's supposed to be cheating just because her bike looks different. You may have not put the same money that Jack put in this bike. If the
I,
argument, let the argument be that this man has limited funds, limited ability to put all of this stuff in this bike, and this is the reason why it sounds better.
I'm gonna
I'll
tell
be.
you right now. I'll tell you right now. Lemon drop got a budget build. It's just the builder and tuner knows how to put it together, how to make it sound good.
Mhm.
I
That's
can
kind
take
of my
anything.
point too.
I can take any slingshot out there, guaranteed. And I've done it, and I've done it at shows. I'll listen to the slingshot, like, okay, let me mess with a few things, whether it has a DSP or not, and retune it and wake that thing up. And I've done it, and I've
Yeah.
shown people that I can do that.
Mhm.
So it does not come down to the build; it comes down to who's tuning it.
Right.
I agree with you, cause I
But
think
the drop got beat twice by that I was present on by a bike that was not a stretch. She got beat by I believe that was either Paradise, not Paradise. It was either Paradise or it was
Yo,
It
Paradise,
was
yo, Paradise,
paradise.
Paradise
Paradise
did
is
beat it,
It
beat.
yeah.
was
Yeah,
paradise.
yeah,
no, it was
yeah.
well, Paradise did the plan, but not the bike. I think it was the
That
thing
was the
that beat
thing.
The thing.
Yeah.
the
Yeah, yeah.
thing beat a Lemon Drop.
Mhm.
Phoenix
Yeah.
Lemon Drop. Who else? One
Lime
other person
squeeze.
beat who?
Lime
Lime squeeze.
squeeze.
Lime Squeeze beat
Everybody has a good day and a bad day.
So
bikes that
so
are
Yeah, I
not
think Texas got
stretched.
a win
here's
I,
here's what
on
the
these guys too. I
argument.
think.
Here's what it sounds like everybody's arguing over because everybody keeps talking about the base and the airspace. It's the base, and we're trying to get away from that. So we can just get the judges to judge these bikes properly with what Lucas said, right, and not based on the base. Then that would be a mute point.
Yes,
I,
I
and, I,
agree with that totally.
and
It goes
and I'm
back
gonna be
to
honest with you.
judging.
I don't speak on the lower classes because they ain't my business. At least not yet.
That's what I was
Uh,
about to say. Don't
at least not yet.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
least not yet. But I will say this, right? One of the baddest middleweights in the game to me is Snow. I think Snow is well balanced. I think he sounds really good. There's been times that he lost that I really thought he won. Uh, there's songs that he played that, man, you ain't fucking with him. I'm just being honest. And
It's true.
I never could find a way to beat him because of not because how much money he put into the bike, but the level of experience and his tuning.
The playlist too.
It's just it's one of the top tier
It's
guys
undeniable.
that I think.
Well, let me say this too. A lot of competitors out there, and especially all the new guys and all the new competitors. You know what separates some of the people that are in the championships a lot or winning a lot? The time. The time that they take to play their sling, know what songs sound good, what songs don't sound good. You have to. If I build you a slingshot, I can build you a killer. But if you go out there and play it wrong, guess what? You're not gonna win. And then you'll be like, oh, it was no, it was you. It was not the sling, it was you. So we as builders and tuners can give you a killer, but you got to do your part. And I tell the owner of Freshly Squeezed, I said, you guys got to practice. If you don't practice and you go in the ring cold,
Yeah, right.
you're not gonna know what to do. You're gonna fail. It's as simple as that. I still hit bumps in the road because I haven't competed in 3 years. So when I got back in the ring this time, I had to get over what songs to play, what songs not to play. Because I've been in this game since 2016, back when we were playing techno and all this other stuff. So it has evolved, and I try to evolve with it. So all I'm saying is, if you got to build your bike built, play it other than going to the ring. Play your slingshot. Go out to a parking lot somewhere and learn your sling.
Right.
I'm gonna give you a prime example of that. Bluetooth, right?
Yeah.
Bluetooth was
Oh yeah.
techno out. I knew what he was gonna play,
Yeah.
but when
Mm-hmm.
that boy started playing R&B, that bike sounded completely different.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? His wife whooped me, P. She whooped all of us. We all went to Dallas thinking this about to be the battle right here. Oh, Bluetooth. Oh, hey. Oh, she playing? Oh no, we good. Let's. She
Mm-hmm.
washed us all up. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's any given day, it can be yours. But to touch on what Cozy say, it's also about your confidence too, man.
Yeah.
Like if you already walk in the ring saying that you lost or oh man, I'm about to play them,
Right.
man, you've
Very
already
dangerous.
literally lost. And
Hey, this is the
that's
most
talking
dangerous
from
thing.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
oh
is the
yeah.
most dangerous
And
thing in
We've
the
that's
seen
ring.
talking
that.
from experience. I lost to Cozy in Rocky Mountain, right? And literally, Cozy called me the next day and was like, "What the fuck was that? What was you playing? Man, that ain't even the right version." But we
Right.
built different. We talked to each other like that. And then you go
Yeah.
back to the drawing board. Guess what I did? I went back to my little hiding spot, played my bike, found the right version of the song, and started practicing. And even Cozy sent me a playlist. We don't show love to each other like that. Like
Hey man,
we be
don't
on
tell
this
the people our
weird shit.
secrets. Hey,
Hey,
go
man.
scratch. Go
Hey,
scratch.
hey, hold on.
Hey,
Let's
hey,
move
I'm
on. Let's
sorry,
move
dog.
on.
I'm sorry.
Let everybody,
Hey, my bad, my bad.
everybody knows.
Cozy didn't send me shit. So Cozy didn't
Yeah.
send me shit. Yeah, you
Oh,
right, my
okay.
bad.
Everybody
Go.
knows that I'm always here for the community and I share everything I have. People call me and ask me for advice, I'm going to give it. I'm all about the community growing. I'm all about the community. I love sound. This is what I do. I DJ. I've been doing DJing for years. I love music. So I just want to make everybody better. So when I give critiques to people, I'm doing it from my heart because I want you to do better. Some people can't take you telling them what's wrong and they get butthurt and then they want to make it look, oh, you just trying to set me up and all that. And it ain't even like that.
Okay,
That's
let's move
right,
on. Let's
coach.
move. Hold
Cause
on. Hold on.
you
Let's move
you
on.
you
I
beat
don't.
me
Go
Let's
ahead. I'm
and
sorry.
move
turned
on.
around and gave me a card.
Let's
You
move on.
you
Let's move
remember
on.
that,
Let's
coach?
move on.
You beat me
I
and gave
ain't,
me a card.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I
Boy,
know.
you petty as hell, boy.
Hey, check this out. Let's move into something else, man. So for guys just tuning in, man, we got 55 people on YouTube. So we already talked about King of Hill and classic battles, guys. The panel agrees that the show should maybe make a statement that they're going to do classic, but if they get more than 20 competitors, they may move it to King of the Hill. All right, so that's something we discussed if you're just now tuning in. And we just discussed mini stretches and non-mini stretches having battles. So I want to get into something else. And a lot of the problems in 2025 was the judges, guys, was the judges. That's why I asked you guys what I asked you. I said, when a mini stretch pulls in against a non-mini stretch, I wanted to know, do judges tend to lean towards the mini stretch? But we're going to move past that. I want to talk about how many judges do you need at your show? And if you lose your judges, what is the backup plan? What is the backup plan? If you were supposed to have 5 judges and now you only got a couple judges, what is something that can you pull from the crowd? Can you pull from the crowd?
No.
So what is the backup? What's the backup plan?
I think you got to pull some. You got to pull some out to the side. And
You got to get judges.
So what's the backup plan?
You got to find somebody. Otherwise, you short a judge.
Right.
And that goes to when you're planning your show, just to help everybody out, you need to have contingency plans. Like what we do for Sling Experience. What was it, Mark? We literally, you have set judges for featherweight, flyweight, lightweight. You know your responsibility, and there's an alternate for those people in that competition, right?
Right. So
then when we go on to welter, middle, and heavy, or super, there are other judges that do it, but they're also a backup plan to that backup plan. You shouldn't be pulling out of the crowd.
Yeah, right. That's a good point. But if you're saying that they shouldn't be pulling from the crowd because they should have already a backup plan. If there are 3 judges and 2 of them all of a sudden can't be there, they should already have a backup plan. That makes sense. I think
the optics of it looks horrible. Because the first thing people see, and we got to keep this in mind, right? People are watching from their phones and they're looking, oh, what happened? What was this judge's? And instantly, there goes the conspiracy theories. Hey, there we go. Hey, this was a setup. This was this was that. You as the host, you are responsible not only for the judges, but you also are responsible for the ringmaster. Somebody needs to be monitoring how your show works. If you don't have a ringmaster, you as a host need to act as a ringmaster. Like an incident happened and a host stepped in, right? What and I hate to do it. Whatever the situation was, right? That host is not wrong for stepping in and acting as the ringmaster. Somebody has to monitor and make sure the show is moving smooth. So if you're a host, you're not just sitting on the mic. You have to run that audio competition. You have to monitor if something's wrong. And on a flip of that coin, right? If you as a competitor see something wrong, right? And you still press play, don't say shit. You press play and you committed to play that round. If you see something wrong, don't press play. Throw your hand up in the air and say, hey, I have a problem with this.
Okay. So you're saying refuse to play. Refuse to play. Listen, I refuse to play, and this is why. And state why you want to play.
Yes. And as the host, you should give them back their money and tell them thank you for letting me know. If they refuse to play, and continue on with the show. That's fair.
Wait. I don't know about that press play.
Yeah.
You change your mind. I'm taking your money.
Yeah,
Hey.
I like that.
No, I honestly don't mind take your money and hey, I wish you
Go ahead.
That way, then you can't talk about it later.
You can't say nothing after that.
I'm clean.
Once you leave, you shouldn't even be talking about the incident because you did not pay any money for this. You found an issue.
Right.
We couldn't come to a resolution.
What about the money they paid to get there?
I hate that, but look at it depends on the circumstances.
Yeah, of course. With everything. I get you.
This is why there's other aspects of the show.
Yeah, but let me add this too, like with judges, and I've brought this up in other conversations, just so some of the people that haven't heard some of the other podcasts we've done. I tell people like this: if I'm in charge of the ring, and I see that a judge is going a certain way and it don't seem right, I pause. I pause the show. You don't pull that one judge because they gonna see you singling that one judge out. You say, "Hey, I need a
All right.
timeout real quick." You pull them all in, and you go somewhere away from everybody and have a conversation and say, "Hey, what's going on? What are you listening for?" You're pretty much off step with everybody else each time, and have them explain what their rationale is. And if they can explain it to you and articulate it, be like, "Okay, let's go back." But you need to do if you don't know what they're supposed to be listening for, and you're hosting, or you got a ringmaster that's not paying attention, then you got the wrong ringmaster. Because we need to hold these judges accountable. And if they're not doing something, there's nothing wrong with doing a pause and reset. Nothing wrong with that.
Well,
Just to
and,
make
and
All
sure
that comes
everybody's
with
getting fed.
experience. I think that
Yeah.
comes with a lot of experience. You know, the people
Yeah.
running the events need to be able to recognize some of those things, and they can learn
Yeah.
from it. And I think they can improve.
I think that with the conversation we're having right now is a part of us saying that I can't control your show. You can't control my show, right? But there should be somewhere that there's a standard that we don't go past. We need to be, this is the standard. We won't do A, B, C, and D. No matter
Right.
what you say, this is what it is. And we stick to that standard. Now, if you want to go above the standard and be better and do whatever you want to do, that's cool. But you can't go below the standard. So exactly what Cozy said, and Mark, and I think we all agreeing. We're trying to do our best right now to set a standard, not to tell you what to do, not to tell you how to run your show. Do whatever you like. But if we're trying to sustain this community, right, some things have to change. There are going to be some good changes, and there are going to be some things that are going to be really painful to hear, but you're going to have to accept it. It is what it is. I mean, the people that came before, they did an awesome job, right? But here, guess what? We now have to clean up some stuff that wasn't done correctly. And we need to be able to put it on paper. You are not able to do A, B, C, and D. And the reason we got to do that, because guess what? Somebody actually did it. It may be self-explanatory, but somebody did it. So we need to help each other with that.
Absolutely.
I think figuring out who you want to judge as early as possible is necessary. Two, having conversations prior to that event, not the day of the event with
Right.
those judges. Like, let's make sure that we're all on the same page prior to the event with what your expectation is as a host, because you hire these judges. So that means you actually have to make sure that they have the credibility. And if they don't, then guess who it falls back on? It typically falls back on you, because everyone's so vocal and they don't show the host any grace. They immediately get on Facebook like
Right.
they're high schoolers and they just start doing this. Show a host some grace. If they put so much effort into trying to make you, have give you a great experience, just because there was a negative experience, don't let that take away from every single thing that they did. Just show us some grace. You got some feedback, give us the feedback constructively so we can make the adjustment. Don't wait. Don't actually go through with the sound competition and you felt some type of way about maybe we didn't check the bikes. Then don't go through with everything else. Just be like, hey, LJ, Mark, Sapphire, hey, you guys did not check the bikes. You said that you were going to check the bikes. Give us the opportunity to correct an issue that we may have overlooked in the very beginning, instead of allowing the error to go through, and then fall through the cracks, and then you want to get on Facebook and clown us. What's the
But
point?
another thing. Go ahead.
But what was the backup plan? Okay, I understand what Mark said and Press Play said. They have already allocated guys to judge the featherweight, guys to judge the lightweight. But listen, it's not a perfect world. When things happen, what should you do when it's pertaining to judges that will not allow someone to get on Facebook and bash you? What should you do? That's what I want to know. What should you do?
Let me ask this question. So it's an unspoken rule that every show that has happened this year had a minimum of 3 judges at every show. Is that correct?
Right,
That's
right.
correct.
3 judges. Yep.
Yeah, minimum.
So what we did in Tampa, and it was an experiment. We had 5 judges and we had 4 backup judges to combat giving each other judges a break, and they were all owners of audio shops and installers that are from the Florida area. Now Florida has buku shops and buku builders and whatnot. If your standard is 3, it won't hurt to have two backup judges to help rotate and facilitate the sound competition. And the main thing is every one of those judges, you have to make sure, more than anything, each one of those judges need to have integrity.
Integrity. There you go.
Integrity.
There you go.
I'm about to say something that's probably gonna ruffle some people's feathers, right?
Okay, go ahead, sis.
You as a host need to figure out what kind of show you're trying to have. Not all these shows have to have a sound competition. I know that's about to hurt some people's feelings, but maybe if the sound competition ain't your thing and you're gonna do it half-ass, just don't do a sound competition. There are other
like that.
aspects of it that you can do to still make your show enjoyable. You can
DJ
do
battles.
you can do DJ battles, you can do all this other stuff. Let people know and still do what you got to do. You know, I can't do what Sling Experience does. That's not what my show is built as. I can't do what Mama Duck do. And some of our infrastructures are not set up like theirs. So we got to stop trying to use a cookie cutter and say, well, they did this, and they did this, so I should do this. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should stick to what you're good at and just do that and make it enjoyable.
Right.
And you forgot about the other
Back
2
in the
shows,
day,
man.
back in the day, I don't remember all of the sound competitions. I remember going to certain areas and taking over a city and having fun, going to the parties and doing stuff like that, right? I remember that and I had a blast doing it. You know, but you just have to have a hard truth with yourself. Is your platform ready to do a sound competition? And be honest with yourself. If you're gonna do a half-ass job, don't do it. Don't go through the headache.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It-
I say that for the I definitely agree with that with the host and agreeing with Mamba as well too. You know, people are paying a lot of money to travel to come into your event to participate in the sound competition. Then you definitely have to do your due diligence to just make sure that you cover all aspects of what their expectations are. They expect for you to have qualified judges and lights and sometimes security and a restroom and all those things. Like those are things that you just need to make sure that you're in. I'm saying now.
That's why I bring my own toilet. That's why I bring my own toilet. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And on your checklist when you're putting
The signal is going out.
Yeah. That happened to me earlier.
I agree.
One other thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, LJ. I didn't mean to cut you off. I wanted to say one last thing. So, also with judging, there's another aspect that competitors and participants need to respect the ring. You got to give these judges enough room to do what they need to do. They got to be able to walk around. When you're starting to crowd the judges where they can't really hear slingshots in certain way because they're like trying to get past you and everything. And we talked about this also before is possibly standardizing ring sizes.
Yeah.
Oh, and these shows.
Mark, what was the standard size we talked about?
35 feet.
40.
Well, 40 is great.
40.
I think at
35 or 40.
35 is minimal. Let's say that.
Right. Okay.
20 feet is way too small.
Yeah. So we need to have that. We need to have that. Those are things that we're working on too for 2026 as a group with some of the leaders out there, because we want to build a standard. We want to emulate some of the folks that's out there doing this thing all the time and it's running smooth. We're not trying to hurt nobody. We're not trying to hinder anybody. It's all about learning. And by us doing these standards, when you decide, okay, I'm going to do a show, you know what the standards are coming in, and you have to, like Lucas said, you have to ask yourself this question: can I meet those standards? If I
Right.
can't, then I need to say, okay, I need to either ask for assistance, and we're always here to assist any small show that wants to put on a show and don't have all the information they need or they need assistance. We always say, okay, just give us a call and we'll work with you. We'll train your people on what to look for in inspections and things like that. So there's enough people in the industry that can help you, but you got to ask.
Right. All right. So let's end that segment. So I'm assuming that everybody would agree that when you are doing, like, you got two alternate judges, you have to make an announcement. All right, we're about to switch out judge such and such for judge such and such, because if not, it may look like they walked out of the crowd. So acknowledging that you're about to do a major switch from one judge to another judge, that might be the thing that eases everybody's mind. It was something that wasn't just did, it was something that was announced, because I'm not going to announce something that I'm going to do dirty. I'm not going to announce it.
But don't switch a judge out in the middle of a class. Do not ever do that, because that throws a serious monkey wrench in everything, because everybody's used to the one judge, and you switch it in the middle, it throws everything off. So,
but I could see it happening where there's an emergency or something, but you definitely want to avoid that at all costs. You know, let's say a judge passes out. You know, like
hopefully that only happens in Texas.
Yeah, that would be somewhere it's hot for sure. But I think I know what you're saying. That at least the class, it's the same 3 judges or 5 judges. Not just switch them out. Certainly, you don't want to do it while they're competing. Between 2 competitors. I think that's happened before. One of the things that I've always done, and I may not maybe announce, hey, judge number 2 is stepping out and judge number alternate B is coming in. But I always just say, hey, are my judges here? Okay. And I kind of point at them and I make sure they're there. But I do like the idea of being a little bit more vocal about it. Actually saying, all right, guys, we had these 3 judges in that class. We're switching them out. But definitely, if there's something that's out of the normal, try to say it on the microphone or whatever you're using to make the announcements on. Certainly,
communication.
Make those announcements.
Communication is the key to keep down some of the drama. If you don't communicate with the competitors and the people that are attending, and you're just doing things in the background, it's not going to go well.
The thing about it is that somebody, if not all the competitors, somebody's going to hear that announcement and they're going to relay the message. Right. If you don't do it, then nobody heard it. But at least if you make an attempt to say, "Hey guys, listen up real fast. We're this battle just ended, so we're going to switch out judges right now before we start the next battle." Yeah, somebody's going to hear that and recognize it, and that was done the right way. But I want to get into something else, guys. So we have a lot of ways of judging, man. We have a lot of ways of judging, and some people like to use score sheet, and some people like to use paddles, and some people like to use the new technology, the chips, counting the chips.
Chips are good.
All right. I want to know how you feel about using paddles or using the chips. Everybody's seen what the chips is. The chip counting of the judges is a brand new thing that started in 2025. I'm not going to speak on it because there are people on the podcast right now who are the creators of the chip.
I think it was dope.
You listen. The thing about
I may be biased, but I think it was a dope idea.
The perception mark. People are speaking on it, but don't know the whole identity of the chips. When you see a yellow chip, when you see a blue chip, and these chips have numbers on them that identify that judge. Like that judge is number 2. So every one of his blue chips will say number 2 on it. So the platform event owner knows and can validate how that judge is judging. So I want to say that the chip thing is something that I would love to see continue in 2026. Some of you guys used the chip method, and some of you guys didn't. But I want to know how you feel about it. LJ, how do you feel about the chips?
I don't disagree with the whole method for the chip. I thought it was a creative idea. I thought it was something new. It took the pressure off of the judges, but I do understand some people want to know who voted for against me. I like it. I don't necessarily have a problem with it. Everything has everything can be improved, and with constructive feedback, you possibly can improve it. But I don't have an issue with it.
I know a lot of conversations came up when we first talked about the chips, when they were just chips, and people were like, "Well, you're not." People can hide their hand because you don't know who's who when they're putting their chips in. So we talked about this having either numbers. First they said names, and I was like, that's too complicated, and there's too many people that you put the names on. So we came up with numbers or letters on the chips, and they identify what judge it is. That way, the judge still has some accountability, but they can still make their judgment. But I also like the fact, Mark, when you did between each round, because a lot of times, and I'm gonna tell you this from being a judge, sometimes when you go through 2 rounds, you try to remember everything and you got to do it really quick. It's a little bit, you know what I mean? So having that drop the chip for that first song and then drop the chip for the second song, I have to commend you on that, because that's a great idea. And I'm speaking from someone that judges. It takes all the pressure off you, because you can make your decision right then and there. So kudos to you for that.
Yeah, and when I was in Tampa, and the first time I ever saw someone using the chips at the big show in Tampa, I saw that happening. I immediately said, "Oh, we're doing the chips. That is awesome." So I really like that.
We know who that is.
Copied that for dang sure. But to your point about the between the rounds, I made that announcement when we were doing it. That, hey, listen, the judges, listen to one slingshot play, then the next slingshot play, then they play again and they play again. The judges have these 5 categories, the clarity, the volume, the mid bass, the staging, all these 5 categories. They got to remember that across all the songs that just happened, and then they got to make one decision. But sometimes, man, one slingshot won the first round, and then they lost the second. So that's really a tie. And so they have to make a decision, and that's why I know there's a lot of times there's like a no vote, and that's why they want to hear it again. But making the judges have to not remember everything and vote each round in the match, that I think really was a good evolution of it, and I really like that. The new evolution of the talk about putting letters or numbers for each judge, that starts getting pretty logistically tough, because they got to make sure that each judge has those chips in their pockets, the both slingshots, and they got to have their numbers on them. But it's doable. I just I need to think through that a little bit more to try to implement that. And if people like that idea, I'll work hard and try to find a way to do that myself. And I encourage others to, whatever you do when you have a system, you need to make sure it's a great system.
If you're switching out judges, all you're doing, if you only switching out one judge, then that judge that's going out would give their chips with that number on it to the new judge.
Maybe the judges can have a bib. The judge 1, judge 2, and judge 3, and then they have those chips 1, 2, and 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They have like a name tag, they wear their name tag. And that says, so they put that on, they grab those chips. That might be the system. I'm sitting here trying to think it through, and that way you're not having your alternates and they have a different number. Right. I think that might be a good way to do it. That might simplify it in my mind.
Yeah.
But also it comes down to.
Go ahead. Chat. We have a super chat. Boss Mode Mo. Thank you for that super chat, sir. Moet the Painter. it won't matter. Somebody's still going to be a crybaby, laugh out loud. They should have just used Pampers and baby wipes.
Yeah.
He's trying to make
Well,
it.
we know
Yeah,
we
cry
already
baby.
know that's going to happen no matter what. But like I
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
we're doing this to try to make things better, more transparent, and also make things run smoothly. But one thing about Mark, doing the chips, you still have to have the host that's got to be on point. Like,
Yep. There's a
all right,
lot going
judges,
on with
drop your
that.
chip. Because if you don't, it's going to stretch it out even further. You got judges on here talking to you. They shouldn't be talking to each other regardless. So they should better make their decision, drop their chip, and move on. So when you did in
Yeah.
Miami was amazing. It was great. Like I said, they dropped the chips, and if somebody didn't, you attended that situation right then and there. And I think we had one hiccup where somebody, I don't know what happened, but it got resolved.
Yeah, and that's what I mentioned. That there's lots of
Get
room to
box.
improve and find these
Yeah.
systems and get them better. But you can resolve it if you kind of take the moment. The little hiccup here and there happened to me the week before, a little hiccup, but you resolve it, and then everybody's good. I think people might be like, "Oh, what happened?" And then once you kind of explain it, then they're good with it. As
But
long
in-
as it's on the
but
right
in-
location.
But
Yeah,
in Miami,
Mark,
but
can
in
you
Mi-
explain
hold on
what?
one second.
Sorry.
But in Miami, that was a regular battle style, right?
yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Sapphire.
Mark,
I'm
what does
sorry.
staging mean? No, that's fine.
Like if in my mind, and this definition is kind of based on opinion. For me, for staging means if you walk on the front of slingshot and it's really loud, and you go on the side or the back and it's not as loud. So when you're walking around, you can kind of almost, because the speakers have a projection, right, like a cone, and there's a sound waves that come out, and you start to come around the slingshot. I tell the judges, you got a minute, so you got to space your time and walk around. And we have that in our conversations a lot. But if you hear that something's different, now you could be listening for it's just not set up, the staging is not set up right, or maybe you heard it, but then you heard the music go out because an amp, shut everything off in the front. That's happened to competitors before. That's staging, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it just happened to be that you're on the call here, but it's happened to competitors before, so that's what staging is. It sounds the same volume and the same loudness on all the sides.
Yeah, a balanced sound.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all around sound or balanced sound. That's what
Yeah.
sometimes some people call that.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry if the terminology I used was a little bit different than what everybody's used to, but that all kind of means the same.
It's really
Yeah.
important in the higher classes because the bit more speakers you have, you better have 360 degrees. If I'm walking around your slingshot, it should be no dead space. Shadow literally we did shadow first, and I noticed when we was walking around it, I had a dead space right here on the front edge of on my sling. So what did I do? I put tweeters there. When I put tweeters there, it filled that gap.
There you go.
So those are little things that you got to do. And like I said, if you're competing, you got to learn some of the things yourself, how to walk around your sling, listen for sounds and things like that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's all about staging. Now, the lower classes are hard to do, like a rear stage, because you only get a certain amount of speakers. We understand that. But when you start getting upper classes, you got to have that full projection.
Okay, guys, let's finish off with the chips and the paddles, man. So, the question I need to ask you guys is, are both methods fair? Are both methods fair? Because all I care about is 2026 being fair competitions. That's what I care about. So the chips or the paddles, is it fair? Do you guys agree that it's fair? Either way is fair.
I think the chips are more fair than the paddles because you got judges I hit the wrong side up. You put the chip in, that's it.
That's a bad feeling.
Right.
Bad.
Or you feel like they're leaning towards the same decision as the other judge.
That-
Yeah.
Right.
And that
That's-
happens a lot
Yeah.
too.
We had
That's
that problem
why
a
the chip-
lot.
That's why the chip came into place. It's not about seeing exactly how another judge judges, so you can try and make a correction on why are they leaning towards this one bike or not. It's simply because it's eliminating an issue that so many people have complained about for so long is, judges copying other judges.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah,
it's
we salute the chips.
Well, let me ask you guys this. Let me start. All you guys host shows. Mark down there, Mama Doug, KOB, BM Mayhem, D Nice, the Three Wheel Kickoff. What will you guys be using this year in 2026? What method would you guys be using? Paddles or chips?
We on chips.
We on chips. Okay, chips.
I'm on both. The
You on
battle
both?
at the beach, the battle at the beach, I have bagger judges, and they're used to the paddle, so I'm not going to disrupt them and try to turn them on to the chips. But at the big show, we're going to do chips.
Chips. Okay, we got 2 chips. Okay, LJ.
I'm looking into another alternative, but more than likely the chips would be what I settle with.
Mr. KOB.
Unconfirmed. I gotta talk with the rest of the people on our committee, but most likely chips, and probably do like a special box like we had in Miami.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Mama Duck.
I would like to chips, but the platform will make a decision together.
Yeah. Mama Duck, can I say congratulations for your new position?
Oh yeah, congrats.
Yeah, Mama Duck, what's your position?
President of Riders for Life USA.
Okay.
I hear you.
Hey, congrats, Mama Duck. I told you, I'm waiting for you to die.
Yeah.
We're in the process of making changes and rebuilding and restructuring and refacing. So January 26th, we're hopefully coming out with some good stuff for everybody.
All right.
Well, you guys, I want to ask this, and I think you guys are going to have a lot to say about it. So,
It doesn't matter.
2026, guys, should you be able to play up 3 levels, or should you be able to play up 1 level, or should you? Well, I mean, listen. I don't want to hurt the events because they get registration fees for people who want to play up.
I mean,
I don't want to hurt the.
Let's stop
KOB.
being so concerned with that, and let's focus more in 26 about the integrity of the show. Let's not focus on money, because this is what's basically tearing the events down. I mean, no, I do not agree with someone being able to beat up on someone 2 to 3 classes up. You shouldn't be in the first class if you're able to go up 3.
Yeah,
I don't agree with that.
you're right.
So
You're right about that.
I don't agree with that. I just don't agree with that. You keep that $50. It's
1 level.
you changing the whole integrity of the show.
Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. LeBron James went and played with the NBA players. He went and played with them. He was in high school, and they invited him to come play with the NBA players in the game of pickup. See what I'm saying?
He skipped 1 step, though. He didn't skip 3 steps.
He missed college. He skipped all over
That's
college.
1 step. That's 1 class. He skipped 1 class. He didn't skip 3. He didn't go and get his doctorate. So
I believe this. I believe this, right? I think if your platform is using flyweight, right? I don't think the person that's playing in flyweight should be able to play up to feather or light. I believe that is a there's no such thing as beginners or amateur. You're playing, if you're playing in a competition, you're not an amateur. But we're gonna keep that group what it is. It's a flyweight. Let the flyweights play with a flyweight. If you are a featherweight and you want to play flyweight, right? You're gonna have to pick and choose which one you're gonna do. If you go into flyweight, you're gonna have to stick in flyweight for the remainder of the season to keep everything doing what it's doing. If you're a featherweight,
you're not gonna be able to do that because every platform is gonna be different.
That and I agree with that.
But if you started with a flyweight, just say I competed in KO as a flyweight, and I realized that I need a little more. I want to sound a little better. I want to compete in with such and such. I may go and add more stuff in my slingshot to be able to compete. So I should be able to step out of flyweight if I upgrade it.
No, I'm talking about if you're at a show, right? And I'm gonna roll back some of what I said because now I see your point, D Nice. I'm gonna say this: if you're at a show and they have flyweight, you have to stick in flyweight. You can't go up to feather. Play with the
Only for that
featherweight
So
show. Only
for
that
only
show
that
though.
show. For only that
Yes.
show. You need to
Yes.
stick in flyweight. If you're a featherweight, you can't go down. You can only go up. You can go
Yeah.
up
Oh, I see
to
what you're
you,
saying. Okay.
One
you can
show,
go
that show
a
only.
that show only. Because
Right.
I can't
Yes.
speak for every show.
mhm.
D Nice is correct.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
a
because they
flyweight sticks in flyweight. A featherweight can go up to lightweight. A lightweight can go up to welter. A middle can go up to heavy, and that's where it should end.
yeah.
So
Because
look, here's
Yeah,
the
at
only
thing.
some
one class
point,
for everybody.
right?
Look at
Because at some point, then they complained and said that these classes got
Give me
killed, right?
belts. Give me
Then if
belts.
you're already on the top of the game in those classes already, why are you going down and ruining it for the people who are trying to build up to come to featherweight?
Hmm.
I totally
Right.
agree. I mean, it's like you're just trying to get a win just because you already
Hmm.
know that you're going to.
Right. And
Well,
at
no,
some
it's
point it's like, is the win more than you helping the culture and the community? Like
right.
it's easy enough for you to just stick in if you're a featherweight and you've been playing featherweight for the last couple years, stay a featherweight. Why are you rolling down just to get a belt or something else? That's
That's
kind of weird.
Right.
yeah.
Go up,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
if
You
you
know,
want to do more, go play in the
Yeah, so
lightweights. That's what you've been
I
doing.
agree. I think beginners all need a place, and I see Texas Slingshot said the same thing. Beginners do need a starting point, basically, to get their feet wet. They have to build up their confidence, and they actually have to test their builds with other people's. So I think that should be a class that if you've done multiple shows, you should not be in that class. You should
Right.
not, because you really
hmm
are. If no one said it to you, you really are ruining
yeah.
the culture. You,
Yep.
hmm
regardless of whether you
there's
think so or not.
I
two
would even
things.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No,
I'll
no,
wait.
ladies first. Go
No,
ahead.
because I gotta go ahead. Good, Dina. Go
Ladies
ahead.
first.
I would
Be
just,
nice and wait. Go ahead, baby. Okay.
oh, I
So
would just,
what I was gonna say is just
What the?
Blow your whistle, throw your flag. Go ahead, D.
I was just gonna say, I'm thinking about in the future taking it a step further. If you're gonna play up one class, somebody else need to play that bike.
Mm,
Ooh, ooh.
mm.
Different
I would like
result.
to see a shake up with that.
Yeah.
yeah,
I like that
that's
Robin
nice.
played Bluetooth, and sometimes, regardless of what y'all think, people know how to play your bike better than you do because they're sitting on the sidelines listening to you play all the wrong
Hmm.
songs.
Yeah,
The
Hmm.
Y'all
wrong song.
Robin play
yeah.
better than him. Oh goodness. Oh man.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Oh
I'm just
man.
saying.
Oh
Some of
man.
these
Sorry.
artists have been
So
figuring it out.
there's another part to that, and I don't know if we're going to talk about that tonight, but let's talk about, okay, you going up a class and somebody else playing your slingshot. If that slingshot wins, who gets the
How does
win?
that
The
affect the
slingshot or
scorecard?
the competitor? No,
Exactly.
It's the bike. It's
it's
the
always
bike.
should be the slingshot. I don't
It's
know
the
how we
bike.
got away from that.
Stop trying
It's
to
Yeah.
make
always
it so
been,
difficult. It's
yeah.
the bike. It's the
It
bike.
should never be a
Bike.
player. It's a bike. Period.
It is.
Bike is a
That's
bike.
Hmm.
what it is. I
Yeah.
think you
So
really
Yeah.
make it so difficult when you're trying to split it up because this person played. It's the same
Yeah.
bike. It's
It
the
is the
same thing.
slingshot. I really do think that. I, I think there might have been a couple good points why that conversation started, where it was like you have to match up with the person that played and go through. But what if something happened and you got all the way there and you were sick or something and you couldn't play and you had someone step in for you? It's still the same slingshot. Probably going to use the same phone. Just let them play it. It's the slingshot, not the person.
yeah.
I get it that I'm a believer that your tuner is more than likely going to play the bike that they built better than you are. I believe that. I believe that they can, pull out the best strengths of that bike, than the owner can. But it's still at the same time. It's still the same bike.
Right.
Hmm.
Let's dead
Yeah.
all of that. Separating who played it. It doesn't make
Hmm.
any difference to me. I just don't agree with that.
I just want to answer
Sapphire, what
Peter.
you had to say?
it's all I was gonna say was, and this is just my opinion, so I don't want to get beat on it, but going to the shows this year and just watching the monopoly of certain classes and maybe one person monopolizing like the first three or so on and so forth. Like when for the scorecard, like I had made a suggestion, and I had came up with this, and I'm just gonna put it out there. It's really not to be, you don't have to agree or not, but like if I'm a lightweight and my bike is a lightweight bike and I compete, and we don't obviously I don't feel like we should take money away from the shows. So if I want to play up to welterweight, that's fine. But as far as the scorecard's concerned, I should only get a win for that
That weight
for my
class.
class.
Yeah.
That's a good
But
idea.
however, for the show, I can still get the belt for lightweight and
Right.
welter, right?
Yep.
But that way it keeps the monopoly, somebody from monopolizing, giving other people chances to kind of win in their own class.
That's a good idea.
Correct. I like
Okay,
it.
So also, how does that work with the scorecard? Then does that person, do you basically not count that class for that event? I think it's a good idea, but I'm just curious how that works on the scorecard. I'm sorry, I'm putting you on
He's gonna have
front
to go
street.
back to the drawing board and look at that and think about that. He can't answer that right now.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, the suggestion I came up with
Mark is
today,
saving you right
So
now.
Mark, that's why we on here tonight. I'm listening. I'm listening
All right,
to.
all right.
I'm listening to
the way
everything.
what I came up with that is that and it just we got to look at it. But say I'm gonna use myself in Sunshine. So I win lightweight. I go up against Sunshine. Sunshine is a true welterweight. I'm a lightweight, and I beat her, right? But she will get the win for welterweight on the scorecard because she's a true welterweight. I may get the belt for that competition. It seems like maybe it's a little,
But
So,
if
I don't
she
know.
so
I don't know if
gets
that
basically,
always works.
win against you, then how is she getting the win?
Yeah, I disagree with that.
Because she's on a score only for the scorecard, not for the
See,
event
But
itself.
she
if you
didn't.
don't
Loss is
if
a
you don't
loss.
win, if you
You
don't
don't
win, you
win.
don't. That's your L. You own
Yeah,
So
that.
it just
So
don't count.
no.
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
No.
I
yeah.
was just
That wouldn't be
the
fair.
only way you get on the scorecard is
You are now
you gotta win
officially
somewhere.
a welter or lightweight or whatever you played up against with at that
I
point.
see. Gotcha. Okay. It
You know
was just
Black Mamba?
suggestion.
You know Black Mamba?
Is Black Mama on?
Yeah.
Well,
Tanya,
Second place.
Tanya had a question, so she was like saying, so second place gets the win, but
Yeah.
like that's what I said. Like All Stars
No.
got to go back to the drawing board and take that information in and
yeah.
That's what I believe. Me and Black Mamba on the
Wait,
same
why you
page.
trying to do me like that, Press Play?
it's a good idea. But
Hey, this straight up TV, bro. I'm holding you to the fire like you holding us.
Oh yeah, check this out. All right, let's segue into something else, man. And it might get a little spicy, but I'm willing to have the conversation because I really want 2026 to be an awesome year. So DJ D Nice, LJ, Mama Duck, Sapphire, Mr. K1, Lucas, Cozy, and Mark. If you are the host of your event, can you play in that event? Can anybody in your camp play in that event? Can anybody that your family or anybody associated with you, can they play in that event?
Lord have mercy.
Can they play in that event?
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Hey, you know the crazy part about that, and I'm gonna give grace to anybody and everybody who ever done it, right? There's never been a rule for you not to do
It
it.
never has been. That's
So
It was
in
just
order for
respect,
us
I
to
think.
say some people may say, oh, that's common sense. It's not common sense because
Right.
we've never decided if it's right or wrong, and it's never been a structured rule. Some people do, some people don't. But I think if we all platforms agree to this, no.
Right.
I think it's been a
Press play.
That's to protect the
So,
integrity
You
of
said
the
all that
show.
just to say that?
unspoken thing that's happened.
what
Press play.
what about the judges?
Oh, no.
No.
What's right is right, and what's wrong is
Yeah.
wrong. What looks wrong will look wrong. What looks right will be right. No, Press play. No.
That's
So,
actually
Okay.
let's take the opportunity to just put it out there. What we just feel as though could cause an issue and cause integrity issues with your show. You physically playing in your show or putting yourself in a position to look like you have the leg up on your own competition will cause a problem later on.
Yeah.
So
So
Uh,
it,
I agree.
when we had our first show, which was 2 years ago, um, I played in it. I didn't know I couldn't play in it. I competed. I forgot who I went up against. Paradise, I think. But I didn't win. I mean, I think Phoenix took the trophy home that year. Out of that show, but I didn't know. Actually, All Star was the one that mentioned it. Don't play on your show, Sapphire. Okay, like I didn't know.
but had you won,
Right.
then you would have had people questioning the
Scrutiny.
integrity
Yeah,
of
but I
it.
mean,
Well,
we try to pick their judges. We try to pick
Yeah,
non-biased judges.
but,
So I
but
mean,
if you
let me
did, you would have
let me
had
throw this in the mix,
a
right?
hater somewhere in the bunch, whether
yeah.
they lost
I'm
or whether they were
I'm
just
gonna I'm gonna
destroyed.
throw this in the mix, and this kind of helps people understand it, right? As a host, what's your job? What's your main deal with hosting? What is your job?
To host,
Facilitating the
Yeah.
to
the
host.
entire event.
Yeah.
Your job your job is to serve the community, not
Hmm.
yourself.
Right.
If you're playing it you're not serving the community. If you're playing in the competition, you got too much time. And you
I
need to be focused on other stuff to help you out. And this is why I say you got to give grace to some folks because they don't know. And I didn't learn that until later on, helping shows and going through what was common sense to me wasn't common sense for them. And that's because I had the opportunity to work with Mark. I had the opportunity to work with other platforms, D Nice, Jose, and I also watch the other platforms. I watch how they work, what they do, why they do it. Not everybody's like that, so it's like I don't want to bash nobody or call somebody out. Hey, look, at the end of the day, as a host, you are there to serve the community. That's why you're doing the event. You're not throwing the event for yourself. So serve the community, show the love, have a good time. Don't get involved in the competition.
This
It's
actually
really
happened
it's
in
really that easy.
Hmm.
This past year,
Oh man, you see what
2025.
Big O said?
We had that come up in Nashville. PMAC wanted to play his bike, and I said, PMAC, you're helping run the event. I don't think it's cool for you to do that. I said, but you can let somebody else play your bike. That's what we came to a conclusion. We let somebody else play his bike, but I would not let him play. And
Hmm.
he respected that.
So should they be allowed to just play and not be judged, just to let them play, like exhibition style, or
Like
grudge
you mean
style?
grudges?
Yeah,
That's what
like
was
just
suggested.
in a grudge style
Yeah.
versus
Hmm.
allowing them to play and win over someone else.
Right. Yeah.
I just it's such a thin line. Even though there may not really be anything wrong with it, but integrity wise, someone's going to question
Listen
it.
here,
Yeah.
integrity is
Late.
everything when you're hosting the shows and trying to host it on a national platform. You
Right.
just
It's
some people
it,
just
it
gotta
all
stay
comes
away
back.
from.
And that's two parts, right? So that's where you need to decide. If you want to play at your show, don't do a national show. That is that
Or
simple.
just put it up in a situation where it's more fun, where it's
And,
just,
Hmm.
hey, this is
and,
just for fun. I'm just want you to just hear my bike because I just want to play it
Hmm.
around
and let's be honest about this, right? You as a host, you bought these nice trophies for the
Yeah.
community to win, right? Why do you want to win it? Go buy that shit if you want to go play in
Buy
it.
an
I mean,
extra one.
it's kind of weird. Like
Yeah.
this is why I say, like, seriously, you can't and I wish people would really understand this. I know we could be like, that's common sense, is this. Hey man, give people grace, bro. Like some people don't know. We trying to make this shit better. And we beat on these hosts when some of this stuff go back to the competitors too. If you see the shit ain't right, don't press play.
Yeah.
Don't. Hey, call it out. And I think that's not it's so uncommon because you as the competitor say, I don't want to be labeled as a complainer.
Hmm.
So I just press play so I can keep going. But we gotta kind of set it up to where, hey, look, I see a problem. I don't want to play because that's their bike or whatever, and then don't play.
Don't go home and create a fake account on Facebook and start talking shit.
Complain, complain, complain,
Don't go
complain.
home and start making videos and all this other crap that y'all are doing. Like, keep it a buck. Do it while you.
Hey, All Stars. So I know we have our points, but I think we missed two things. So if we're trying to get like this master list of for competitions, right? What about like disclosing, let's say the randomizer and disclosing who's going against who, and you know, making it clear who's gonna go first. Like, what's the rule of who goes first? Who press play first? Are we flipping a coin? Are we, what I'm saying? Like some of that is missed too. So I've been to a few shows where they,
Just pick.
yeah, we don't know who's supposed to go first. We couldn't see who goes first. There was no board. There was, you know what I mean? So
So I don't know about the ones with no boards. It's kind of weird. But I will say this here, right? A lot of times, and I can say from my standpoint, right, when we use the randomizer and we got a list of names, right? And we go through and we start picking numbers, it's for time. Like, you don't want to be out there all day because you're trying to keep a schedule. So you picking it, but then we do the board and you see where you lined up at.
right.
And like realistically, think about it like this. Who is sitting there like, and I think where it got jumbled up for me is that I'm a competitor, I'm helping, and I'm trying to do that. I can admit my own deal and transparency, but my intentions was to help. So you're trying to hurry up and get it all written out and get everybody lined up to get the show going. So yeah, from the competitive stance side, you never saw your number got drawn. You never saw you just lined up and ready to go. And 80% of the time, you lined up against somebody who you didn't want to go with first.
Yeah, I know.
That's
know.
really where the shit hurts at.
I know.
But if you get lined up to somebody you think got a weaker bite, you are ready to go. Oh shit, awesome.
Yeah.
And
You know what? That happened to me. That happened to me with you, press play. I was set to play press play, but I had to go through TJ first. I had to go through TJ first to get to you.
so you beat TJ because he had a DSP problem, and then I had to come through and
A
clean up
win
that
is
mess.
a win, sir. A win.
So I'm just curious,
Hey, we
how
got
did that work out for you? You still had to go load it up and put it in the trailer, right?
listen, my killer Cam.
Shade, brother, shade.
Let me. We got a new guest panel, man. We got a new guest panel. His name is Smoke. Smoke,
What's
come
up,
on,
Smoke?
sir.
How are you?
You on a mute, Smoke.
Well, I've been listening all night, and I think a lot of the problems is
Hold on. Pause real quick, Smoke. What day is it?
Tuesday.
today is
Okay, we
proof.
good. We good. It ain't Thursday. Okay, go ahead, Smoke.
Good call, Cozy.
I'm lost on
Hey,
that.
it ain't even the week, but I
If
still got
if it
I
ain't
still got
Thursday, if
mine.
it
I
ain't
still got
Thursday,
mine.
we
I
good.
still got mine, Cozy. I
No,
still
that
got mine.
must be him.
I still got mine.
Available on
But
that.
I think a lot of the problem going into 2026 is, I mean, of course we talked about it. I heard y'all talk about the judges. I've heard y'all talk about all the other issues going forward. Um, but going forward, I think the main issue is we need to establish what are we doing. Are we going to continue with the judging going forward? The how we have been doing the platforms, the traveling, the I mean, because it's like I mean, I've looked at a lot of the podcasts and everything,
Hey,
and
Smoke, we over here, Smoke. Smoke, look this way. We over
I
here.
Where you going with this, Smoke?
What is wrong with
Smoke.
y'all, man?
hey, my
Nigga,
computer
Hey,
right
all
there. My
star.
computer right there.
Also,
Smoke
you,
must be
you, got, you
smoking.
got the you got the basketball with Smoke Talk.
Cozy, but it's not. I mean, it's not the bite. It's not the scorecard because a lot of people are chasing scorecards.
That's right. That's what
A
it's
lot of
about.
people are chasing the scorecard
But
instead of what are we really here to do?
listen, the people that want to chase
Compete.
the scorecard, that they want to compete because they are true competitors, they're
Yes.
going to travel and that's what they're going to do. The other people that find, the other experiences that they can get out of your show, they're going to travel and come for those experiences. So I suggest you just keep doing what it is that you do. And those that want to actually patronize you are going to come to that show. Those that don't care about all these 300,000 rules that you're trying to establish and how you're trying to set yourself apart. I mean, that's everybody just do
Yeah,
what you
and I completely agree with you, LJ, because it seems like nobody has established what are we really here to do. I mean,
because
are we
you
chasing
have
scorecards? Are
all
we
these different
chasing
players.
the belts? Are we chasing the money? I mean, a person like me, I travel all over the world. I've been doing this since
I gotta ask the
2016.
question:
I
what
done been
money
doing
we
this.
chasing? Because I ain't got paid yet. I'm
I
broke.
tell
And
you
listen,
I ain't
something.
got.
It's
I'll
I
keep
a
it
haven't
a
got
buck with
paid
Hey,
you.
yet.
I'm with you. I'm with you,
That
man.
money, that money
Look,
destroyed it all. I don't give a damn
yep,
yeah.
what
I
prize you
say
give
that as well.
somebody. It does not equate to people coming to see you. It doesn't equate to
I just want
people
to
Right.
have fun.
Right.
patronizing your show because you're offering a bigger prize. Because if they don't mess with you, they just don't mess with you. That's that's that's
And that's the bottom line. I met
they're gonna come
K1 and
to your
Sapphire
show and
and Mark
experience whatever
and
it is you're
Lucas.
offering. They're just not coming.
And I met everyone on this platform by getting out and communicating and meeting people,
I,
and being myself.
I'm gonna give you
And that's all I
I'm
can
gonna give you the
do.
answer that nobody else want to give you. Smoke. You want to hear the answer?
You might as well.
If you are so fucking miserable at these
I'm
shows,
not.
Hey, your ass
I'm still
stay
gonna
the
do me.
fuck home.
you bad word.
Why literally is fucking psychotic that
Oh
you
my
go to a
gosh,
show
Mr.
that
Potty
you're
Mouth.
miserable. I'm sorry, I'm working on myself. Pray for me. Hey, listen to me. You literally is psychotic if you keep going somewhere that you don't want to go or you got to find something to be mad about. Like
Mm-hmm.
you literally have a mental illness if that's what you're doing. You go to a
Correct.
show to pick out everything you don't like, then you go to the online and hey, they didn't do this, the hotel wasn't right, and this and that.
But that's
Like,
what. But
bro,
that's what
bro,
90. It seems like that's what 90% of the people
no,
do.
that's not it.
I go to
No,
shows to have fun
That's
with
not 90%.
that's
everybody.
not 90%. That is
That's
the 10%
10%.
that we give that entertainment to
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
Right,
attention to. And
right.
it's
Yes.
our fault that we keep giving them platforms,
The
But we
fake
need to
flout.
stop
Facebook
doing it.
pages,
Well,
and
that's what
all
we need
this
to
silly
stop doing.
stuff that makes it so everybody feels so bad about it. No, there's just
Yeah.
10%, bro.
There's
That's
only a
the
few
part
that
I
are loud,
I'm a,
and then
I'm
Because
a
I
everybody,
go to have fun.
everybody
I go
like
to
freaks
have
out
fun
about it.
and make it do what it do. I
And,
have fun
and
with
and I'm so
everybody
tired
on
smoke,
of
this
we come
platform.
smoke. We come to win trophies. We spend a lot of money just to come get a $20 trophy. You know.
hey, hey,
They're
hey,
not 20.
I ain't
hey.
get
They're not
Oh
20.
Hey,
well,
it don't
50,
do it
50,
20
$20.
bucks,
$20.
boy.
I
I was
mean,
about to
Don't
say,
don't
I
do
think
that.
how much it's supposed to
don't
cost.
do
Don't
that.
do
Don't
that.
do
Hey,
that, boy. You
hey,
better go sit your ass
we
down,
spent
Blondie Dreads.
$300-$400 in gas just to go to
Yeah.
the show to get a
Hey,
$50 trophy. It
my
must be for the
trophy
love
still
of the
wasn't
show.
$50. My trophy
Yeah.
cost me 200 plus for my
And,
damn
and,
trophy.
and guess what, LJ?
Tell
I
them,
didn't get
LJ.
one.
Tell them.
I didn't get one, but I still had a ball in Atlanta. I still
Oh
had a
yeah.
No,
ball in Atlanta.
okay, and see, smoke. That right there is the 90%. But all we do is we zoom in on this one Facebook post that they
Yeah.
use as
Yeah,
clickbait. Oh, let me tell
yeah.
you what's about to go
And
down.
that's right.
And they did this, and you focus so much on that one
And you
mistake this
forgot about
person
the
did in
fun
the
you
show.
had. You
Yeah,
forgot about all the
I'm
fun you
still
had.
so
saying,
so
listen, for real. I'm asking everyone that's tuning in, that's listening to this, as well as those that are on this podcast, and hell, tell a friend, phone a friend. Listen, you pay attention to some of the people that are trashing what's going on some of these shows. They don't even have slingshots. Some of the
True.
people no longer even have a slingshot or have a slingshot and have not been at a show. And I can't tell you how long, but yet they got so many opinions. based off of what they could have seen on a live, what they could have heard someone else say, or simply because it looks like you're having way more fun at this show versus their show or anything else that they've been a part of. Pay attention to that before you decide to clickbait and actually share an opinion based off of a half-ass opinion. That's all I'm asking y'all to do. Some of these folks don't even have a slingshot, but they got opinions. Why are you even still on the damn group? Why are you even still following a bunch of folks that still have slingshots if your ass don't have a slingshot and you ain't even coming to the damn show?
LJ,
I'll tell you why.
You know why,
LJ.
LJ? They don't have those two things. They don't have those two things.
Some of those people that are doing that are using someone else's mouth to talk through theirs.
Oh, hallelujah.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark.
Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen. Hold up. The collection plate is going around. Who else want to tip in it?
Facts. That was facts.
That's the truth. That's the truth. Why you gotta speak to why are there so
Because
many
they missing two things, y'all.
Oh my
These
God.
nuts.
Well played, Cozy. Well played.
We've been waiting the whole podcast for that.
I have. You know me.
Hey, Smoke.
I'm listening.
Now that you're here, sir, I want to rewind back. So, are you a fan of King of the Hill or classic battles?
I listen to what Mark said, and I think it really depends on, like Mark said, how many competitors you really have, and your time constraints on what is really going on. I was at Myrtle Beach when D Nice did his show in Myrtle Beach, and it was a time constraint. And King of the Hill was, if we would have did it classic style, it would have never happened. Yeah. And doing the King of the Hill, we made it happen. And being that it was, I wasn't even really part of the show, but I was there. And I chimed in to help. Shut up. I chimed in to help where I was needed, however that was, and the show happened. And he didn't ask me to do a darn thing. I didn't ask for. I didn't want the thing. He didn't ask me to help at all. I just knew where I needed to be, and that's what I did.
Damn it, Smoke. We still over here.
Hey, Smoke,
Shut
flip
up,
the
Cozy.
phone around. Smoke, flip the phone all the way around.
I'm on the computer, so I can't flip anything.
Well, you need to go to the left. Go to the left.
You look at,
It's better right here.
There you go. There's the light, Caroline. Look at the light, Caroline.
There you go.
But I got like a multiple screen. This is my work area. This is where I work at. So I got like 4 or 5 screens going up. But
there you go. You Jesus Christ.
Everybody got to chime in where they need it and how they need it to make stuff happen. No matter where the show is or who's hosting it or anything of that nature. And you just make it happen. And I think some people want credibility or anything. I've always been a background guy. I don't want nothing. I'm just there.
Did you say you like it from the back?
What? Man, bro, stop it. Chill out. Listen,
all right, check this out.
I heard free labor. I heard free labor. That's all I heard.
That's all you heard?
Yeah.
That's that Comcast internet right there, boy.
What are we even talking about?
That's Comcast in Virginia. Yeah. We got Spectrum and AT&T down here.
And neither one of them work for you, cuz.
I got AT&T down here, but it comes where folks in the community have to make stuff happen instead of expecting stuff to happen. If that makes sense.
I'm lost.
Am I the only one that can't hear him? Like, I'm tripping. Like,
I
hey
can't
man,
hear him either.
Hold on, hold on.
all right. So I'm
Some people in the community expect stuff to happen. Like they expect, oh, the judge is gonna be this, the venue is gonna be this. You expect certain things are gonna be a certain way. But there are other people in the community that you're gonna make stuff happen.
Hey, y'all, listen. You know what it sounds like? Y'all saw the movie. Y'all,
Oh
y'all
shit,
saw
here
the
go
movie
Cozy with that
Harlem Nights.
craziness.
Hey. Y'all see what Harlem Nights? Shit. Somebody,
Hey, hold on, man.
Cozy, you gonna shoot somebody that you get told to, right?
somebody
Hey,
getting knocked the foot
hold,
out.
hold on,
You know what I'm saying?
hold on a
And
second,
here go D Nice with all the oh damn.
man. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. That's crazy.
DJ
Hold
D
on.
Nice.
Look at D Nice got a countdown up here. Anything else? See how it go?
Hey, listen,
Hey,
I
hey,
thought it's
listen,
because
now,
I'm past my bedtime. I thought it was
hey,
just me.
listen,
It wasn't.
I've
listen.
been
The
past
real,
my
listen,
bedtime.
y'all. Real talk. If y'all not about this right here, what we doing right now, laughing and having a good time, go on about yourself. This is all about.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
People having a good times, razzing each other, and it's a community. A lot of us have been through a lot in our lives, and this is why we come together so we can just let our some of it ain't got
hey,
no hair, but
hey,
let
hey,
our hair down.
Cozy. Hey,
What's up?
Cozy. Even Jordan retired. Hey, some of y'all don't have to be kicked out. Y'all could just leave.
Yeah.
Y'all can leave. I mean, literally. I mean, walk out with grace. Don't be kicked out on your ass. Like literally, Jordan walked out. He was the greatest of all time, but he
Why you
didn't
say
get kicked out.
y'all? Like you talking to me?
So what's happening, Lucas? We still waiting.
I'm messing with you, Luke. I'm messing with you, Luke. I'm
Hey, come
messing
back,
with you,
Luke.
man.
Come back, Luke. Come back, Luke. Come back, Luke.
Hey, hold on, hold on.
I
Let's
can
go back to let's go
appreciate
back to something. I want to go back to
everyone
something.
getting together doing this
I
though.
want to go back to something real fast because we said something and I don't want it to get taken the wrong way. Earlier, we said if you at a show and you're a competitor and there's something that you don't like, refuse to play. But I want us to say I don't want everybody to start trying to do that. But we said that because maybe it's something serious enough to make you refuse to play, like the judge is drunk or something like that, or
Right.
intoxicated or
Oh
whatever,
yeah.
or the judge leaves the ring and he's not even there to listen to the song when the song's been played. Or whatever it may be. I don't want people to start thinking that they can just refuse to play. I don't want. We didn't say
I
that.
only
We
did
said,
that one time. I only did it one time also. I had to go to the restroom, man. But I got a weak bladder.
I'm just saying, press play. I'm just saying, we
Right.
said refuse to play, but I want them to know it has to be a reason. The reason has to. You have
They
to
got
have
to match up.
a
They got to
reason.
be a valid
Don't say
reason.
refuse
Yeah,
to play,
yeah,
but make an attempt to speak with the host. Like
yeah,
seriously. And the host has to be open to hearing what you have to say, But
yeah.
when you come into that host, just make sure that you come in correct. Don't come combative. Like,
Yeah.
hey, let me just talk to you. Let's this is what I see. This is what the issue is. And then every host should be willing to hear these people are paying you.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
they're customers. They're your customers.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
So
I
you
think
should
it's been
All money
going. It's
ain't
been
good
going
money.
on for a long time, but it just somebody just don't. They don't want to stop. They're gonna keep playing. They see that judge ain't walking around the bike or something. It's been a lot complaining, but don't nobody just scared to say something about it. But that's a
don't be
good. That's a
scared.
good.
You
It's a
paid
good
your
suggestion.
money. You
Yes,
paid
I
your
know,
money.
but don't nobody want to be the
You
party
need to
pooper.
be because you paid your money.
Yes, yes.
Because you paid your money. You need to be because you paid your money. Yes,
But you got to look
exactly.
at it like this. All money ain't good money. All money is not good money.
It is not. I mean, I don't even want to go back to May of this year, but hey, at the end of the day, it comes back to you. It does, and everyone may not agree with you making that decision in that moment,
Yeah.
but it comes back to you as the host. So you have to protect the integrity of your show.
Right.
You just
Right.
do. you know, and it makes the difference. If people see that you're actually making the corrections, they more than likely are not going to rag you. They're going to work with you.
Yeah, they'll work with you.
It'll be the difference of what you hear Monday. You know, when nobody has nothing else to damn do, they made it back home, or Sunday while they in the passenger seat riding back home, they got all the time in the world, all the time in the world to, you know, to do what they do on Facebook. So
I really think another thing that we need to stop focusing on is it don't matter what show we go to or what show we don't go to. Every show has its pros and its cons. And
every show, regardless if
um
you believe it.
one thing that we always focus on in the slingshot community um is we focus on all the cons and we never focus on how to make it better.
Right.
We some people do we some people talk about how to make it better. Some don't, but there are select people.
Hey, man. On a serious note, right? We can't be worried about the 10%, bro. I mean,
No.
and I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate even giving them that much energy because it always distracts away from the positivity that we trying to do, and we get lost in oblivion talking about their fucked up ways. I mean, at some way, somehow, we got to stop tuning into that and start focusing on what we got ahead of us. Because guess what? There was some major platforms this year that walked up to me and said, "I don't want to do this anymore." And you may say, "Oh, well, they could just quit," but they stop. Then the next one stop. Then the next one stop. Man, the car audio world felt this a long time ago. And I promise you, we keep going that route we are. We ain't gonna have many shows to go to. And we just got to really start focusing on the positivity, bro. Like I'm not giving these people energy like that, man. I would rather spend time telling people the rights and the wrong, or give suggestions of what the right and the wrong is, and keep pushing, man. I mean, we could talk about these other negative people all the time, but it's not gonna get us nowhere. They're gonna. I watched Mark in Galveston go 1,000% not to make a mistake, and as a host, he shouldn't have to worry that much about not making a mistake. He human.
Yeah.
And some tokens got stuck together. And that, oh my God. He didn't control that. He didn't do that. But he was worried to death about these tokens sticking together. And guess what he did? He made the best decision he could make and say, run it again.
Yeah.
You're not gonna win every deal. I had my hiccups. I had mine with Snow and Sarah. At the end of the day, and this is another deal. You as a host or a ringmaster, if there's a mistake that's made, stop pointing the finger at everybody else. Start saying,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, I'm in charge. This is my
Mm-hmm.
mistake. I own it." And guess what? That mistake dies with you.
Yep.
Not everybody else. It doesn't keep up the confusion. It doesn't keep up the drama. It died with you. But if you just steady because you don't want to look bad and they're gonna talk about me. They're gonna talk about you anyway. Let
Mm-hmm.
it go.
I
Like
swear.
it's getting so unrealistic about how we doing business, man. Like there are other problems we need to fix to make this better. And focusing on them people and all the other bullshit it ain't gonna help us. It ain't.
Oh
It's
boy.
hard to argue by yourself. It's hard to argue by yourself. So if you don't talk about or respond to the negativity, eventually it's going to die out.
Yeah.
But hey,
So
you know what's funny? I'm gonna prove it to you. You see that slingshot news and all that? The moment we stop paying attention to it, it died.
yep,
Yep.
facts.
Stop
Mm,
paying attention to
Love
it.
you, you love me. We're a happy
facts. Now, since
family.
everybody
Also,
making
don't
shirts,
listen to
Great
everybody
Austin.
make that shirt.
Allegedly.
and a kiss from
I mean,
you.
See,
everybody
this is
talking about
why.
their experiences that they may have. I see Black Mama. I see Phoenix with the comment in reference to we're contradicting ourselves. It can't be a contradiction if you haven't had that experience with Mama Duck, with LJ, with Lucas or D-Nice or whoever else, you can't say it's contradicting if you haven't experienced that issue with this person. You experienced that with someone else, and you got that. So we're just gonna dead. I don't think there's any more shows left. I pray to God it's not one more show left this season.
No,
God,
it's over with. This season's
It's over
over.
with.
thank you, Lord.
Hey,
So
you know,
we're saying in 26,
Cheers.
we collectively have a group of hosts on this, a great deal of hosts on this podcast, and we're saying 26. This is what we're striving to do. We're striving to listen to what the customer has to say, and the customer should be saying, "Hey, I'm trying to give you constructive criticism. Hey, pull me to the side, DM me, whatever. You got some ideas? I'm open to it. I'm open to whatever betters the community, especially if majority feels this way. I'm open to that. If that works for me, then yeah, I'm totally open to that. DM me. I'm telling you, DM me. I'm not giving you my phone number. I'm just saying DM me. And let's talk about it.
that phone number is such.
Shut your face.
Hey, All Star.
Yeah.
Hey, can I say this right quick, All Star? And I'll be quicker. I'm gonna be done.
Go ahead.
Hey, while we talking about the sound
Hey, you want that
competition,
number? I'm thinking big.
What?
I'm not getting involved with that with Cozy. I know we've been talking about the sound competition, but there's another important factor at these shows that we ain't paid attention to at all. It seemed to me we starting to take them for granted, and it's getting harder and harder to get them. And that's slingshot vendors. We ask these people to come to our shows. We use them as a talking point to say, hey, I'm gonna use House of Sound just because they on the top of my mind. I got House of Sound coming to my show. And then it pretty much dies from that. You're not concerned about how these people got down there. You didn't promote them. You didn't do anything to try to make sure they at least get compensated for the trip coming down. And some of y'all are really far away. I'm in their backyard, but still, that's still money. We need to really start focusing on these vendors because I don't know about you, Mark, but they're getting harder and harder to come to a show.
Yeah,
And there are some really good vendors out there that are not coming to our shows anymore. It's not worth their time. And it's getting a little bit out of control because, man, what else can you do? Like, you ask for more stuff to do at the show. Well, in my area, I need those vendors because some people in my area do not travel. So this is the only time they could get those parts, the only time they could get those lights, the only time they can get that music. And that's what we focus on as a service to our community. Man, we done these vendors so dirty, man. We got to really revamp how we move. And that ain't everybody, but for me, I know for a fact, I know we're going to do better. And I'm telling you, you should do better too.
Yeah. The vendors are one factor that's really tough. I think that sometimes other shows have aspirations to have a really big event and they want to get all these vendors there. And it's kind of like what we were talking about earlier about running an audio competition. If you're going to do one, you need to do it right. It's the same thing with doing an event. If you're going to do an event, you need to do it right. I'm not saying anybody's names, no one on here or anything, but some of the events take on more than they realize to put on an event. I think your first event you ever do, you want to do all these great other things. Some of those events, maybe realize, and they told these vendors, oh, it's going to be this big thing. We've got this venue and we've got these people coming and these people coming. And they end up going there. There's like only 30 or 40 slingshots. And that starts to wear on those vendors. I think that's what really ends up happening.
Yeah, you're right.
And some of these events, they don't necessarily need the people from out of town to make their event successful. I think they can build their events and from within their own community locally, build up some other local shops to be as big as House of Sound or as big as some of these other, because I think that every city has an audio guy that's probably builds his own slingshots or motorcycles or cars in their own shop, and they could become this big thing if they got them involved rather than going to some of the other vendors from out of state, So that's just something to think about and to go on from what you were saying, Lucas.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think we have to make local events cool again because everything does not have to be a national show.
Yeah, there's local events, regional events, and national events.
I think Byron is doing One, I see Black Mama in the comments, but I'm really hoping it come to fruition. Texas versus Louisiana. Ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. It's just us against us. So I'm perfectly fine with that. It, you know, we're gonna go have fun with just us. Y'all are like our cousins, so let's get it on. But we have to be sure that what you're doing is what you want to do. Why do you want to do a national event? I hate to tell you this. If you think it's money, it's not.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's not. It's not.
In
By the time
2026,
It's
I'm
not
gonna
what you
count
think.
my
judges,
hours.
I pay for judge. I had to pay judges, but venue judges, and my goofy butt gave you a police escort at 9 o'clock at PM. Like, no, you don't get any money. There's no money.
It's
Stop
cheap.
thinking that we're making millions of dollars off
And
of
that's the
hosting this
problem.
show.
That's the problem with the community. Everybody thinks that the people put on these shows
Yeah,
are making all this money. We all do it because we love what we do. We love the
seriously.
That's
community.
why
We
we
love
did
to
it at the
come
very beginning.
together. Period.
I owe
Period.
myself
So
back to you guys for doing
all the newbies, that think that people that's been in the game, whatever, been doing this. Oh yeah, we're making millions of dollars. No,
No.
We're not even
I've been
making
paid.
$1,000. What are you talking about? Millions.
Yeah.
it.
Hey,
Right. I
hey,
Listen,
mean,
I've given
that's like
away.
ours. So we had last year. We got all the money in, and Lucas, what we did, gave it all the way back out.
Gave it all the way back out. Hey, you showed
Ain't
love. I ain't
that's
gonna
for
lie.
the
That's
love
what
of
it's
it.
about, and that's what it's
Yeah,
supposed to be about. But some people
yeah.
got it twisted. And then, like I said, they think you're making all this money, so they feel like they can bash you and all this other stuff. And
Yeah.
listen,
And
it
I'm
ain't
not gonna
necessary.
barter. I'm not gonna barter with anybody on this platform and nobody else. Hey, if you can't make it to my show, hey, bro, I still love you. Keep it moving. You
Yeah,
got it now to the point where I'm gonna come to your show if you come to my show. Hey,
Uh-huh.
bro,
Yeah.
don't come. Hey, bro, you ain't got to do all that extra show, bro. You should be wanting to come because you love it. And
that part.
it's really that's what it is. Like it's getting kind of crazy, man. Like you're taking the fun out of it. And it's not
Yeah,
just the
true.
host. It's some people in the community. You're taking the fun out of this. Go to a show that you want to go to, not because you got to pay back a favor.
and complaining about every
True,
damn thing. That's
true.
just stop complaining about it.
And the crazy part is, it's always the same couple people that you see. If you go back and look at all of these different posts and see what all the negative comments, it's the common denominator. If you really think about it, if you really look at everything. So if you're not, like you said earlier, if you're not happy, stay home.
Just go home.
Stay home.
No smoke gone, man.
Woo, woo.
Thank God, smoke left. Yeah,
Scared.
he has
Oh,
it.
you heard me?
Y'all ran them off. Y'all ran smoke off. Man,
Mhm,
can't even
mhm.
be friends with friends.
Ain't you
I,
his tuna, man? Ain't you his tuna? Damn, you
I am.
harsh.
Yeah,
I
he,
am.
yeah, he had a good, yeah, he
I
had a
don't
good
play.
comment.
I don't play. Listen, ain't no timeout over here. You already know that.
What is
God.
it, Black Mama say? Speaking of local shows, that's where the newbies need to get their feet wet, not adjusting rules. Damn, it popped away.
I, yeah, I agree with her. Yeah,
I couldn't see it.
So let me
he did
ask you
that.
guys a question. So you think shows should start announcing what format? Is it a national show? Is it a local show? Did
What's a
any?
national show these days?
Right. I'm trying to let me
Uh,
know
uh,
something.
Well, I can kind of expand on that. I think I'm the one that kind of brought that up. So being a national show would be you're bringing in vendors from all over the country,
No.
and there's a big enough show that competitors are coming. So that kind of is where the wording was. But my point of that wasn't about who's a national show. My point was sometimes some of the smaller cities that are doing a smaller event that only have a small community, not present it as it's a big giant thing with all these big vendors. And they may get some big vendors, and that's okay. That doesn't make it a nationals event. What I'm saying is if you're a small, build up to a big show, and then you can become a national event. I think that's what I was more saying. No one actually earned the right to say they're a national show. I'm just saying the smaller shows don't say you're a big show when you're not big yet.
So hold on. What is this comment? Phoenix said everyone thought Vernon was crazy when he said it, and now after putting on a show, they now see how much it really costs. This isn't the people who were Three World Showdown because you already knew. All right, I know you ain't talking to me, but I'm gonna say this here, right? And I'm gonna say something that I'm probably gonna be in trouble again. But hey, man,
Just live
and
there. That's where you live.
I do. I got a residence there. You know, not now. I'm gonna be on the side of the independent platforms, right? These people put on these shows because the big three wasn't giving them everything they wanted and what they needed. They wouldn't be there if they were getting what they wanted and what they needed. And providing proper service the things that they wanted, that wasn't what they were getting. So they started these other shows, and this is what you got. You
These are
know,
these other shows started because the shows that you named and mentioned failed us.
Yes.
Let's be honest, they failed us. That's why a lot of these other small independent shows happen because you failed us. I'm not gonna
but
put a
that's one
name
way to
on
put
it.
it.
We'll save that topic for another day, but you guys failed us. That's why it happened.
Yeah.
She said she wasn't referring to cost. She was talking about she was referring to what did she say? I
Service.
was talking about she's talking about service.
Cost not service.
Yeah, but that's still the same thing.
It was built. It was built. It wasn't built on what you think it is.
That part. That part. A lot of people don't really understand that.
And I'm gonna say this here, right? I can go back as far as I can remember. I've been to shows that didn't even offer food, or the food they only took cash. There was no ATMs. There was no bathrooms. Hey man, people learned and saw and was like, "Damn, I could do this in my state and I could do it better." Where some of the translation got lost, that they don't live in a big metropolitan city and thinking that they could do the rides and do the stuff they're doing, and their city or wherever they at is just not equipped for that. I got no shame. Baton Rouge is not a place I'm gonna take you on a ride through. What, you want to go see the bottoms? You want to go see the top? I mean, I could take you there. I mean, it's just not a place for me to do rides. So we could take you on a country rides, but my main focus is providing a fun family environment where we play with water guns and do all kind of crazy stuff. That's our lane. We stay in our lane. But these other shows, I'm telling you, like, some people are just too new to know. But
Yeah.
we started this stuff for a reason.
Yeah. So let me say this.
You think
hold on, press play. So if you have a 1-day event, should you even try to have a lot of vendors? Because the vendors is not going to make that much money off a 1-day show. You might need at least 3 days, a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, for vendors to try to make their money. So if you got a 1-day show, vendors, it's cool to get vendors, but don't promise them that they're going to be able to eat like that, because it's 1 day. Most shows that the vendors have success, it's because it's a 3 or 4-day show. Definitely like Mark,
Yeah.
you can't do much.
You need a time. You need the Maggie Valleys and things like that where it's a week long tour.
And not even that too. Multi-location event shows. It doesn't give vendors the opportunity to get customers because they're in one location here. The vendor is here. How they make money? Ain't nobody there to even make money with it.
That don't make no sense though. Press play.
I mean, but some
at the event.
No, like you may have a multi-location event, and it messes up the vendors on getting money on what they're doing.
But if they're local vendors, I think it's okay. But to get someone to drive 500 miles on a 1-day event, I think local vendors is okay on a 1-day event.
Food vendors and stuff like that, or somebody locally in that area, I wouldn't dare ask Mitch from coming all the way from is he in Ohio,
Indiana,
Indiana, to come down to a 2-day or 1-day show to try to make him.
So I'm gonna ask this question, right? You say it's okay for locals, but if it's a local, like a food vendor, right? That person had to buy so much food, so much this, and they sold food to 2 customers.
Well,
that ain't cool. And on top of that, as hosts, what do? We charge a vendor fee, right? So they done paid whatever vendor fee, and they done sold 2 plates.
Yeah.
How did we give them a service? How did we even give them an opportunity? And I know I'm going all over the place, but man, these are the 2026 struggles that we have. These are some of the struggles we have. And it can't just be a one-sided street. We got to look at both sides of the coin and say, are we being fair to them? Are they not being fair to us? Man, a lot of times it goes both ways.
Mhm. Yeah. But I do believe that if we don't fix that, I am recognizing a vendor for vendor of the year this year. So I hope that maybe that carries on amongst a lot of vendors that, it's possible that they are being recognized for attending so many shows and servicing slingshot owners. So I'm hoping that little award, they see one of their own kind, receiving some kind of acknowledgement. But maybe the event should lower their price for the vendors to come in or something, because either that's going to happen or you ain't going to be able to get no vendors, like Press Play said. It's hard to get vendors. So either they know that I'm going to go into this event and take a loss, or I know that event is going to cut me a deal to let me get in there.
Yeah. Don't charge me at all to get in there. And I
They gonna
think
listen.
another thing, when you throwing a show, let the vendors call you. Hey, can we come to that show and do this and we do that? And that's gonna be a good idea. You ain't gotta keep chasing them down and acting.
Yeah.
Let them come. If it's gonna be a loss, it's gonna be a loss to them on them.
If it's a new startup, you're just getting out there, or if your name isn't out there, then they're not calling you.
It's an yeah. They don't
Well,
even know you having the
they see
show.
the
Yeah, they
list.
don't know anything about
They see the list.
what's going on.
Hey,
No,
DJ.
not all the time. They don't. And if they're local, just say ATL Sling Store. He lives
DJ.
there. So it's just like, he can already get the work. Just come to his shop. So, that's a toss up,
DJ D Nice.
Yes, sir.
Hey, question.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm having a show, well, this question for everybody. If I'm having a show and I don't have one vendor, does that make me a bad show? I'm not. Does that make me like?
No.
No.
Okay, because I think sometimes, you got a lot of vendors. The food is good. You got somebody installing. Maybe we sometimes feel like, you know what? They had a lot of vendors, man. They had it going on.
I've been to shows that had too many vendors.
Yep.
Same-
Yep. That is very
same
true.
vendors.
Yeah.
So you
should
think you
not
have
do
the same two people making hamburgers or something? Or
Yeah,
two
you
people with-
shouldn't have 5 vendors that sell ice cream.
yeah.
You shouldn't have multiple vendors that do LED, because everyone is already either installing themselves or already have lights. So you don't need them to compete with someone else.
But I've also been to shows that didn't even have a bottle of water. So
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
And like I know it sounds silly, but like just having a structure, have restrooms, have and you ain't gotta have the best, but a porta potty at least. Make having water accessible. The norm.
Y'all know those
Hey,
AC potties sure are nice, Lucas.
Say what, Papa Duck?
Those AC potties I had at my event were really nice.
oh yeah, that was nice. And LJ, can you please have that lemonade lady again? I'm making a shameless plug.
Yeah. I want to second that
She probably
emotion.
made too much money. She owed me some money at this point.
Hey, that lady was getting my money. I'm gonna tell you that now.
She was not charged. The only
Oh,
thing
the
she was
lemonade,
charged
yeah.
was to give a few lemonades out. She made up.
Hey, and she knew how to get my order right, boy. I said, don't take this here money, man. Take this money.
Hold on to my credit card. Just keep the tab going.
Yeah.
Hey,
Keep
guys,
the line moving. Yeah, I just want another one. Put me a tab down.
what can we do as hosting an event? What little things can we do? I know you said the AC bathroom. What should we charge to put up your tent? Put up your 10 by 10 or your 10 by 20. Should we charge? Because if my camp is 3 slingshots and I want to put up a tent for my 3 slingshots, me, D Solo, and whoever, I want to put up the SUTV tent for 3 of us. Should you charge me? Should you charge me to do that?
let me say this. Let me.
The way the SUTV budget set up, I'm just saying your tent should be big enough to hold all three of those bikes in under that tent. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
Yeah. Let me
yeah,
say this about tents. My thought process: if you're doing an event and it's outside, there's no shade anywhere. You got to really think about allowing people to put tents up because those tents help everybody, not just the person that's putting it up, but we all, like with the Carolina Elite, they put their tent up and everybody just they huddles underneath the tent. It helps everybody. You don't want people out there in 110-degree heat and don't have no type of comfort for them.
hmm
So it's a help for the event as well for the host. I'm just saying that's just me. Now, if you want to talk about business tents, okay, because I have both. I have unmarked and I have marked tents. So if you tell me I can put a tent up and it has to be a private one, I'll just put my private one up. I
yeah,
won't put my business one up. But like I said, the tents help the show. Period.
yeah.
I don't think you should charge for personal tents, but like I say, I got to bend to the other side for a sec. For the host side, like you got some people that take advantage, and
Yeah, you're
and
right.
you run out of space to put other people there. So I mean, like
Yeah.
if you're gonna do that, then you if you buy in, that's your tent space, that's your parking spot, right? You can
Yeah,
do whatever you
yeah.
want with that. If you want an extra one to set up your cooking and doing all this other stuff, then that we're no longer talking about shade. We're
But
we're,
we
we're talking
also
about your party area.
You're right. What I'm talking about is areas that are built for you have plenty of space like Miami was.
Oh
Miami
yeah,
was
well
huge.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But if you're limited on space, I agree 100%. Yeah, you got to
yeah.
limit the amount of tents you put up. So it depends on the space that you're doing your event at.
And this is where the line all start. Where it's not a right or wrong answer, but
yeah.
your spacing matters in this situation.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
agree. And customized tents, if you're a builder or you have a business and you are bringing that company tent, maybe you are just using it for shade, but maybe you are trying to look like a vendor and not be a vendor, you know? So
Yeah.
those are things that you have to consider if you are charging other vendors, but then you have someone come in and they look like a vendor, but they haven't paid anything, then
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
becomes an issue. If you want to bring
yeah.
5 tents and now those are 5 spaces that I can't put other people in, then that's also an issue as well too. I think that everyone should. Well, no. I say what's best for me. Um, I don't want to ask someone to come sit out in just say if I'm using a parking lot versus an event space or venue, to just sit in an open parking lot with no tent all day long. I don't think it's fair for me to say, hey, come to my event, but sit out here and burn up or pay for shade. So my rule is you can bring a tent. But to reserve your space, if you want to keep that tent up all night, I don't think it's fair for you to be able to keep your tent up in VIP or save that space. I'm open and I'm lenient to it, and I'm considering making a change because I've seen how it worked in Memphis. It looked like a good time for everybody to bring their tents, and that was your area where you held, where you just hung out at. But he also had a massive amount of space, so it made sense. So I
Are
don't
y'all
know.
proposing? Are you proposing again?
Feed your snooky bell. Feed your snooky bell. Go eat a
Yeah.
snooky bell.
Man,
Go
listen,
eat.
it's out there now.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
man. I'm telling you.
That's
I'm
what happens when you don't go on mute.
telling you.
Oh my
Finish,
Uh,
LJ.
I,
Finish,
I agree
LJ.
with you, LJ. Like the spacing matters. Like
Yeah.
it's not that you're
Yeah,
trying to make a dollar, but man, like some stuff is
yeah,
just unreasonable.
Yeah, I
yeah.
can add on to that. A lot of these things, some of the questions don't really always have a straight answer. Every event is different. Um, Sometimes it is space. Sometimes it's other things. Sometimes the events provide, 1,200, 1,500, 2,000 square feet of shaded space under a 60 by 40 and a run of a bunch of other tents, and they do provide shade for the people that they just rolled in for the day and they're not setting up
Yeah.
camp. So if you are going to charge for personal tent space because you're limited on space, because if you didn't, then everybody would be set up a tent and there wouldn't be room for even the slingshots to pull in the parking lot.
Right.
Some cities don't have the luxury of a big event space that is economical to put on the event that allow you to blare your music for hours on hours, because that's kind of what we do. We blare our music and we're loud, and maybe we're partying and making a mess in the parking lot. So it's hard to find places that are cheap enough to be able to do an event. Some cities, I get it. They've got a civic center in a town with 100,000 people, and they're begging to have an event there. And you're like, wow, this is amazing. I wish we had places like that in Houston or Miami or some of the big cities. Sometimes it's really hard to do that. So you have to find a good medium of where you get revenue and where to pay for these other expenses related to putting on the event. So it would be nice to just do it all for free. I can tell you that.
I would love to do it all for free, but I mean, if we're just speaking of just about the tents,
Yeah.
Just to be honest with you, in Atlanta, I have to get a permit for you to have those tents. I
Oh,
have
yeah.
to have the fire department also come out. If your tent decides to take sail and head back to Texas, guess who's responsible for that? So sometimes you are being charged a $5 fee or $10 fee for something. I have to make up for that with a permit, depending on which area that I'm having the event in. So just think about that. The host has to make sure that they're covering the expenses. You were able to camp out all night long at the venue in Atlanta. If you brought a trailer or and you had security there, you had police officers there that were there all night, all morning, all day. So, those are expenses that we have to cover. So sometimes we have to make it up in charges like for tents. I know it's easier for some of you in some of the cities to say don't charge or don't do XYZ, but based on some of the accommodations that we're giving our customers, sometimes you do have to charge for certain things.
So don't treat every event or every show the same, because you have to understand the like LJ saying, you have to understand what limitations they have at those events. You're right. It's hard to get events to allow for all the noise that we create. Now we don't come in tearing up stuff. We normally clean up behind ourselves and all that. But you're right.
Thing.
You got to look at everything. And like I said, we said there earlier, it ain't always about the money.
Right.
And people seem to think that everybody, oh, you're making a ton of money. No, it's not. And a lot of us, to include myself, and y'all all know this, I've given back more in the time I've been in the slingshot community than I've taken in from these shows.
Yeah.
So, you got to look at that. I came into this for a certain reason. I love the community. I love what we do. I love seeing people smile. I love seeing the creativity of the slingshots and everything, where we've gone and where we continue to go. But you're right. If we don't all come together and stop all the bickering and the woosah crybaby thing in the background, you're right. It's going to die, and it's not fair to the people that are new to the slingshot community. They're coming in and they're seeing all this crazy. It's like, wait a minute, I ain't hear it. I heard it was supposed to be great, and they heard all this background noise, and they don't want to be part of it. So we all grown. We all grown.
We are all growing, and one day I hope we do strive to kind of have the same energy that bagger community has, man, because it's way different.
I love hanging out with the baggers. Them my cousins right there, boy. I have a good time with them.
All right,
They're
guys.
crazy.
I got one more thing, man, and I'm gonna let you guys get out here. We at 2 hours and 53 minutes. But one more thing.
Man, I've been kicked out of better places, bro. Don't do me like that.
Let me say this. Let me say this. And I want your honest opinions. So do you think having 20 plus 30 shows hurts the community? Because hear me out. So if there's 8 shows in South Carolina, the people in South Carolina won't travel out of state because they got 5, 6 shows. They could just wait until those shows come. or there's 7 shows in Texas. The people in Texas won't travel out of Texas because we got 7 shows. So is it like a bad thing or good thing to have so many shows? And like if there were 7 or 8 shows in Tennessee, the Tennessee slingshot owners maybe would just sit in their own state and wait for their events to pop off, or will they travel to patronize other events?
Well, also don't get everybody what it is belt. What it is? No, you can't. I
Double
forgot. I
points.
forgot.
Double
no,
points.
the scorecard. Yeah,
Yes,
give
scorecard.
give it the scorecard.
Yeah,
Give it to one person or 2 in the state.
Well, some
I
states
know.
are
Well, I
way
know
bigger.
everybody don't chase the
Wait,
scorecard. I know. But hey, that's hurting you though. I know. But you make your own mind up. I'm just saying.
yeah. But so if we want, I want everybody to go to Mama Duck's event. I want everybody to go to LJ's event. But if LJ got in her state, she got 6 events, and Mama Duck got 6 events, it's cheaper for me to just wait until that event is an hour away from me. So now Mama Duck event is not going to be crowded with Atlanta or South Carolina or Louisiana because they just listen. Gas is high. I'm going to sit in my own state and wait for these 5 shows.
If you want to try to go somewhere and get you some gimme belts, I guess that's what you're doing. I mean, that's how you got your belt. I mean, but us other competitors actually go out and travel. I mean, and go get it out the mud.
Shots fired.
I'm sorry, Oscar. I'm gonna be quiet, bro. I ain't
People
gonna
are
forget how
going
you.
to travel to wherever they want to travel to. I
People
mean,
that are maybe chasing the scorecard are going to travel. It just
Yeah.
depends. Everybody's going to everybody's different. They have their own, they might just want to get out and play a few songs, so they're going to stay local. We have a lot of those here in Alabama.
Yeah,
I'm gonna flip this question on you, All Star. Does every show qualify to meet the criteria of a scorecard event? Does it
no,
meet your standard?
no, sir, no, sir, no, sir.
oh boy.
No,
Should
So
sir.
you
then
narrow
then
down
how
the
how
scorecard?
Criteria.
then how can they all be on there if they don't meet your criteria?
Let me
Ah,
clarify.
cocky
Let me
D,
clarify.
cocky D.
No.
So 2026 is the year that I protect my brand. Okay, Straight Up TV scorecard is I'm in protection mode. So I'm not letting anybody and everybody who wants to throw a show on in 2026. Right? There's going to be stipulations. There's going to be guidelines. There's going to be rules. I want to sanction these events, meaning that they're under an umbrella of these are some things that they have to do. You know what I'm saying? And everything's not going to be perfect, but it's not going to be because we want to throw an event in this city because there's never been an event in this city. I'm not hearing that. So either it's going to be actually someone hit me up and they said, hey, I'm looking for guidance. I'm looking for all the assistance. I'm looking for everything. So that's an event that wants someone to come and shadow them on their event. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I can say, hey, Cozy, are you available? Hey, Lucas, are you available? Hey, Mama Duck, are you available? Are you available to come and help this event? Because listen, I do understand that every event had to have a first event. Every event had to crawl. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not opposed to letting some first time event on, but I got to make sure they're equipped with what they need to have a standard successful show. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
Usually first time events don't get usually I know when I was riding motorcycles, first time events usually didn't get the big name vendors because they wasn't tested and tried. So they didn't get those first choices. And usually when they can prove that they can handle it and do what they do, that's when the vendors came out. So I mean, is that how you doing it for the scorecard or how does that work?
Listen, so each person who wants to get on the scorecard, they don't know this, but when I'm talking to them, I'm doing the interview in my head. I'm interviewing you right now. What you say and how you talk to me, if you're listening to what I'm saying, if you're responding to what I'm saying, if you have the feedback, the keywords that I'm looking for keywords. You're telling me that you want to have a fair show. You're telling me that you want to have this and that. When I'm discouraged is when someone is the first show and they're trying to do too much, trying to do too much right now. And that stands out to me. So to answer your question is when I'm talking to a new event, I'm doing an interview every time I'm talking to a person in that event staff. And I determine if I'm going to let them on the scorecard.
Would that change every year though? Because what if they don't have the same people helping them doing the event each year?
Yeah, it's going to be case by case.
Okay,
Case.
that's a fair answer.
Case by case. Because if I don't, man, I get a lot of phone calls. I get a lot of text messages of competitors, man. So if I'm going to promote these events to do the best show they can do, a fair show, I got to set a criteria of what you have to at least achieve as your first or second or third show. You know what I'm saying? You just can't go out there and halfway do it. And that's just my brand. That's my brand. But I'm gonna let you, huh?
I said I'm opening with partnering with anybody.
Did you unmute that? You did. Oh.
Hey, who is Agent 7?
Are y'all making
Hey, they taking some real cheap
again?
shots.
They must know you. Because I don't know why someone would do that if they didn't know you.
Mark, what you mean they must know me? They didn't know they made motorcycles, power wheels for Lucas.
No, I'm saying that why would a stranger say that is what I'm trying to say.
Mark, is that you?
No. I've never been on the list, have I?
You about to be on there right now.
I know me.
Tanya been up to no good. I'm gonna answer back to her too. Hey, somebody's taking some low blows here, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't play that.
Hey, press play.
My brother Lucas. No way.
Ooh, Jack Long. Okay, I hear you. What you said. Okay, I sort of agree. I mean, I don't want to tell anyone that they can't have their first show. So it's hard to say that we shouldn't have 332 shows because everyone has to be a first. I had my first.
Right.
My first. So it's hard for me to say that you can't get on the calendar because you may Chicago, Ryan. Is it Ryan? It's Ryan, right?
Right, that's right. That's right.
Like he popped out, tried to do something, new, his first show, and he came back a second time, and everybody enjoyed going to Chicago. So
Chicago's lit.
Right,
but there's also a key part to that too, though, LJ. I will say Ryan actually networked with the locals in the Midwest area, and he did his legwork to make it. Well, now all of us that decided to travel to him out of love, that was one part, but he had a lot of local love too.
Well, I mean, it was an untapped area, so
yeah.
Anybody could have benefited from that, honestly, if they did the lead work, and he did it. I mean, I have family up there, so I know quite a bit of my family actually ride Can-Ams, and they went out there. So that was their very first show. They've never been to a show before, so they enjoyed themselves. So I hate to say that someone can't get on the calendar and be at first, but it's a little crazy to see 332 shows on the calendar, and if you're trying to put together a show, network.
Did you say 332, or was that you being funny?
No, she's being funny. She's being funny.
What am I?
67 kind of close to 300.
There's 31 shows so far.
32 dropped off, and 32 didn't do well last year. But I'm just saying, we down to 300. But seriously, I salute Tina, Gator Express. Like that's my prime example of getting on the list and stepping out and putting your name on the calendar. They're networking. They're attending all of the shows. And I'm not saying you have to go to every show, but I can't go to every show. Like I got 1,500 jobs. I'm part Jamaican. If you didn't know, I'm Jamaican.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
have a lot of stuff
She
going
got 15
on. But
Hey,
I'm
I
hey,
knew
just
that's
LJ,
where the
saying,
attitude came
elaborate.
I'm
from.
still waiting on that rent money too, though.
I knew
Okay.
They
that's
still
where the
gonna happen.
attitude came from. Who am I to say?
Hey,
There, there are
I'm
there.
formally read it, Tyler. What does that say? LJ, formerly known as L Jizzle. I'm retired.
Formally,
Formally.
Wow.
Ching.
bullshit flag. 15-year-old penalty. I'm sorry. There are
Lord,
I'm
have
trying at 2026. I'm dropping the L Jizzle. Y'all
and
can't.
you saying that with a straight face,
Well, it depends on the situation
boy.
and the
Boy, faking it up for the podcast, boy. Straight up TV.
oh,
You sound like El Chisel
hold
too.
up, Mamba. Don't be calling me out because I seen you too, Mamba, on the beach. So you can stop. Don't talk about the swimsuits.
Wow.
Talking about
There are 31 shows so far on the list this year.
see 331. I stand corrected.
Hey, press play. So press play. You're the original event calendar, right? You're the original. How
Yeah.
many years have you been putting together this calendar of events?
Yeah. It's been at least three for sure, maybe four, but they were never meant for everybody else. It was for my folks in Baton Rouge that was traveling with us, so we kind of get our PTO together. And I think one year I just posted it, try to help everybody out, and it kind of stuck.
You know what it is, man.
another one.
I commend you on that because it's not an easy task, man, to keep up with all those shows, man. You got different dates and times and everything. You got to post the correct stuff. And you got to keep doing it all year, man. They won't stop until what? Maybe March.
No,
Another
man.
one.
Hey, look,
It don't
this year
stop.
I'm doing it a little different. Man, I'm not hunting for your flyer, man. It's too many pages now. It's too many groups. Man, just DM me if you want me to put it on the calendar, man. I looked up some events the other day. I didn't see locations, and like that's what make it hard. I see the flyer and I don't know who posted it, and I'm trying to ask
Where it
questions and I
is.
don't have it.
Right,
Yeah,
Hey
right.
yeah.
Lucas, quick question, man. Is there a height limit for PTO?
Supposed to be started for a while. I tell you. What
You
I
know,
mean,
Putting
in
putting
2026,
tiny on,
in
putting
2026,
tiny on.
you don't have to retire the little people jokes.
hey man, you see, this is the problem with people.
People
I'm not a
jokes
little person. I have a height deficiency. Hey, you don't laugh at special ed kids. Don't laugh at me. Hey, I'm trying to get it together.
Listen, you
Hey,
are not small. People are just taller than you.
I
That's
knew
it.
that's why
That's it.
I knew that's
hey,
why I
hey,
fooled with you.
That's it.
El Jizzle.
People
Hey, El
are
Jizzle,
just taller.
We're
That's
gonna
it.
close out.
El
We're
Jizzle,
gonna close
you
out.
can't
Lucas,
retire. You
Oh,
can't.
hey, hold up. Tanya,
Look,
dirty. Send Lucas flyers so he can put it on Slingshot latest news.
I didn't know.
Boy,
Wow.
When did this
boy.
happen?
Wait a
Hey
minute.
man,
Who
Another
said she
one.
gonna give me until April? Man, that's
it's
my birthday. That's my birthday month. So
it's me, I
everybody
guess.
turn up. April is
Hey
the turn
guys,
up month. So you may
let's do
see
this.
El return. I
Let's
take
do this before we get out of here.
El Jizzle can't retire because Pedro needs a date.
I'm gonna give you guys a second, each one of you guys a second to talk about your event or whatever you want. So we're gonna start up top with LJ. We'll give her a couple minutes and then we go through everybody. And after that, we'll get out of here, man. I thank you guys for coming on, man. This is a conversation that needed to be had. I'm glad we had it. A lot came out of it. So we're on a good start for 2026 to be a better year than 2025. So LJ, the floor is yours, ma'am, if you want to talk about your event or some last comments.
Okay, so I see that there's 331 events already on the calendar, and I decided to not go with May because it conflicts with my partner in crime, Three Will Mania, with their event being the very next month. And also May is a unpredictable month with the rain. So addition to that, I also hosted on the same day as my Carolina people. and I absolutely love Carolina. So I don't want to do anything that could hurt their event. I would like to participate in their event as well as I would like for them to participate in mine. So I don't want to be a conflict. So I am considering a September date because the rest of the months are just they're so full. So that is the month that I am considering. I'm also teetering on if I even want to really do an event. So that's the reason why I have not announced anything. Just to be honest with you, I may want to just attend everybody else's. So that's where I'm at with anything. I don't have anything new to report, but I'm just trying to take a seat back and see really what I would like to add to the community, and just take a page out of everybody's book, what they've done and what everybody liked, and then
Mhm.
try and create something really awesome for everybody then. Um, addition to that, Atlanta has a lot of new things that are being built in the city, and I'm really trying to stall for that. So, when I get everybody to come into town, they can actually see a lot of the things that Atlanta, that they are building in the city. So, with that being said, September is possibly the date that I am choosing. September or sometime in October. Not trying to conflict with my brothers and sisters in the community with everything else they got going on. So that's it.
Thank you, ma'am. And I hope you consider being on the 26 scorecard. Let's go over to
I
DJ T
think about it.
Nice. Let's go to DJ T Nice.
All right. So my two dates for this year is Memorial Day weekend, Myrtle Beach, May 21st through the 24th at the same location, over there at the Twin Peaks in North Myrtle Beach. I have more details as we get closer and closer to the date. That is Battle of the Beach, that's slingshots and baggers. And not to mention, I'll be hosting a lot of the Team Money Cycle dates as well. That calendar that went off of Team Money Cycle, so I'll be on the road with them a lot this year. And then the big show will be in Charleston, South Carolina, August 7th through August 9th. Host hotel, location, and all that good stuff will be out a little later on, within the year. So the first week in August, the big show will be in Charleston, South Carolina. Last year we had a great time in Tampa, Florida, and this year we're bringing it to Charleston, South Carolina. I haven't had a show in Charleston, South Carolina in about 2 years, so I think it's about time now. I got the right team around me, and we're gonna make it an eventful and joyous occasion to celebrate and also indulge in a high level audio competition as well.
Nice. Well, thank you, sir. And I hope that you consider the 2026 SUTV scorecard, sir.
Somebody got a message for you, All Star.
Where?
Y'all put up me, I
That's about the size of his speakers.
Was that supposed to be his death bounces?
Trash.
That's giving Regal, Cutlass Regal right there. That's
Hey, D Nice, what week did you say that was?
I'm shocked.
1980 Cutlass.
In August?
August, first week of August. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And did you say that's instead of Tampa?
Yeah, it's not in Tampa this year. It's in
Okay, cool.
Charleston. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on down to Mama Doug.
Slingfest Nashville, to be announced the date. August is the month we're going to stick with. Also, Savannah Strong has made a big date change. They used to be in July every year. Now we're going to be August 27th to the 29th. So that's a big change for them as well.
Wait, so you're saying that your date is the 27th?
No, Savannah Strong.
Oh, just Savannah. Okay, not your date. Okay, got it.
That's they're changing their date from July. It's usually the same weekend as KOB. They're changing it to August 27th to the 29th this year. Nashville's to be announced. It'll be August.
Okay, got it.
Nice. Thank you, ma'am. And ma'am, I hope you consider 2026 SUTV scorecard, ma'am.
Absolutely.
Bet you she's not picking.
Yeah, think about it.
All right, let's move on over to
My date already.
Miss Sapphire, Mr. K1.
Hey everyone. So we have Beham Mayhem 2. This will be our third event. It's going to be 21 to 22 August this year.
It's 21.
Um,
It's 22.
yep. It's going to be at the same venue. We had it at
Trustville
it was
House.
in Trustville Halls Motorsport in Trustville, Alabama. Lots of shopping and restaurants, hotel, everything is in the area there. And we are giving away cash prizes this year, as we did last year.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, I hope you guys consider 2026 SUTV scorecard, ma'am and sir.
Okay.
I hope we meet your criteria.
All right, let's move it on over to Mark. Mark,
Yes,
yours, sir.
we have not announced any dates, although Sling Experience is historically the second week of April. And that's been going on for like years and years. So that's one event. And the Slingshot Showdown is at the end of the year, which is historically the same weekend of the Lone Star Rally. That date has changed. This was our 9th year to do that event. So 2026 would be the 10-year of the Slingshot Showdown. But Lone Star Rally is November. Let me look it up real quick. I didn't know you were going to ask this question. I thought we were going to just talk about other stuff.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw you a curve.
You're good.
I'm just trying to give you guys a little shine, so you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's all.
November for 2026. It's loading. Oh yeah, it is November 5th through 8th. So November 5th through 8th would be that date if we kept it on the historically the same. But we haven't released any of those official dates. But just put those out there.
Okay. All right. That's 3 events you said, right? 3 events.
No, it's 2 technically.
Two.
Slingshot Showdown is during the Lone Star Rally.
Got it.
That date moves around every year.
Okay.
But it is at the end of the year, first or second week of November. But it's been in October too in the past for Halloween, so it kind of bounces around. But that's the Slingshot Showdown, and Sling Experience is the one in the earlier part of the year, historically the second week of April. So technically we started this year on Tuesday, but Tuesday through Sunday. But really, officially, the event starts Wednesday through Sunday.
Nice. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And sir, I hope in 2026 you consider the SUTV scorecard for your 2 events, sir.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna move on down, Mr. KOB. Mr. KOB, the floor is yours, sir.
KOB this year is always the second week of July. The dates are the 9th through the 11th. But we are trying, I'm partnering with most of the people on this platform right now. January, the location is TBA. We're trying to put on a conference to get certified judges. Also in this conference, we will actually kind of go over some of the stuff we talked about, setting up an event, perimeters, different stuff to help hosts put on a show. If you can't make January, I'm linking up with Mama Doug to try to get Nashville, because that's a central spot, and try to put on another show then too. We're trying to work as fast as we can, but hey man, this ain't easy when you got a full-time job.
Full-time job, multiple businesses, family,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's tough.
other hobbies.
Yeah. Let me know if I
Appreciate
can
what
be
you're
of,
doing,
of
Lucas.
service.
Oh man, I definitely, and I will spend 2026 beating the hell out of Lambo. So I mean, is there anything? Never mind. I'm sorry. Cozy's on you, bro. I'm sorry.
Cozy.
He's not listening to you.
Is he froze? Is he froze?
Give me the eye.
He not froze.
I don't put on those shows, but I'm here to support. Y'all know if I'm needed, people hit me up. I offer my expertise or wherever you guys need me, pushing carts or setting up tents, picking up trash. You know what I'm saying? Since Cozy Customs let me go, I'm still looking for a job. So Please help a brother out. You know, if y'all want to donate to the broom and dustpan fund, I will be putting a post out to let y'all know where y'all can donate.
Okay, nice, sir.
I
Thank you.
tried to get a job with UAS, but they won't hire me. So
Dang.
they hire me.
Got his card in my pocket.
Dang.
I think I left
I
it.
can't do it. I can't do it to you, Cozy. I can't.
All right, guys. We got
Come
Magic City
on,
Slingers,
Steve.
guys. We got Magic City Slingers, the second annual. The date is September 4th through the 5th, 2025. Birmingham, Alabama, guys. That's Magic City Three-Wheel Encounter. This is the second annual, guys. He was supposed to be on the podcast, guys, but he couldn't make it. But that is his information for his show.
Let me
Okay.
guess. Let me guess. He overslept.
No, he's working.
He's working.
Hey, Tommy don't work. I'm sorry,
So
Big O. I'm
before
sorry.
we end, I want to make this very, very quick. I am open to collaborate with anybody that's on this podcast, as well as any other. No, let me back that up. I am open to collaborate with everybody that's on this podcast. I am going to create a group and Messenger. So if we want to just go back and forth and discuss some of the things that we may have discussed tonight, use it as a panel, to just make our show better. If you have any other ideas that could look good across the board, if multiple hosts actually use some of these same ideas, I'm definitely open to that. So, hey, use it as free will. Whether you want to be in it or not, you can lead the group, but it's there. It's open.
One last thing before we go, y'all.
Oh, we
Serious
used the group
talk.
that All Star made that we started this chat in.
Yeah. Okay. There you
Don't
go.
even need to make another one.
Nope. You're right. Absolutely. That
We're
works.
already all in the group.
And I don't have to
All right.
remember, some of your names.
Hey, what's your name?
So before we go, I would like to say to the community and to the 10%. I won't say the 90%, but the 10%. Listen, we won't ride back. We won't ride back. Memphis Madness. Memphis Madness. Memphis Madness.
Sit your silly ass down, man. What's wrong with you?
Hey man, I wanted to come back, man. I almost lost a whole week.
He ain't went nowhere. He just taking a chill pill. Sit your ass down, man.
He's back next year.
Rod,
He's back next year.
I know you hear this, and you know, or you're gonna go back and listen to this play. You do this every year, bro. We already know what you about to do. You're gonna pop back up and be like, I changed my mind. So
No, not this year. I don't think.
Not this year.
I think he's serious.
Y'all pushed him
He's
over the
serious.
edge this time.
Okay,
You sounded pretty serious this
goes
time.
back to what I said in the beginning about showing some of these hosts grace. Getting on Facebook and accusing people of cheating
Yeah, I don't think he definitely didn't deserve that.
all of
No.
that. He does way too much in this community. He supports everybody.
He does.
So, just be mindful of the things that you say once you get on this black book. Calm down. Write it out. Put it on a piece of paper. Just write it down.
And
Say
burn it up.
in your house.
Exactly.
Look, see that I'm following my own excuse. That's why I get up and I walk away and I laugh in the corner somewhere. Cause
Bullshit.
We all seen it, huh?
I'm trying to change my ways. I'm trying to
walking away. Nah.
Thank you guys. Let me thank you
change
guys
my
for coming in.
ways, y'all.
Also, have we made the official longest podcast this year?
Yeah, this is 3 hours and 23 minutes right now.
I called it. I called it.
I go to sleep at 8:30. I go to sleep at 8:30. Don't invite me on no more podcasts.
I've been trying to get off for 30 minutes now. He's
Listen,
been holding it.
Okay, my bad.
You want her to feed you your little snookum snack, huh? I know.
There goes my baby.
Hey, get a room. Get a room. Okay, bye. I go to bed at 8:30. I'm way past my bedtime.
Yeah.
Don't invite me on no more podcasts, no more this year. Okay?
Man, y'all be blessed, man.
You guys that
Hey, God bless everybody. God bless the
please
community, y'all.
subscribe,
Y'all have a good
guys.
night.
Please subscribe. I'm almost to 4,000, so please subscribe. My award show is the 27th of December. I would love to reach 4,000 right at my award show because that ends my 4th year. Going into my 5th year, guys, I would love to be at 4,000. So if you haven't subscribed and you're on here tonight, please subscribe, and I would appreciate it. Guys, thank
Did
you.
you send the information for the award show?
Huh?
Did you put out the information for the award show?
Yeah, it's already out.
Talk about the award show. Did you plug the award show? Nope.
I didn't.
We go up in now. What I need to wear? Tuxedo?
No, it's no dress code. No dress code. Just be ready to have a good time, man.
Black, red, and white. Black, red, and white. That's what you gotta wear.
Yeah.
Black.
Can we wear matching outfits?
Yeah, you can.
I thought y'all was gonna already do that.
You know us, brother. We're looking for some new shoes right now.
I'm sorry, K1. I'm gonna leave you alone, bro.
Yeah, it's all right.
All right, man. I'm out of here. Peace.
Bye, y'all. Bye.
See y'all guys later.
Bye. Thanks for having us on.
All right.
Thank you.
Listen, I thank you guys for taking time, man, to get on Straight Up TV, man. I am your slingshot platform, man, for YouTube. Anytime you feel like you want to come by, man, if you have a conversation, man, if you have something to say for the betterment of the slingshot community, man, please contact me and come on the show, man. So let's close out. Let's close out with everybody, you know what I'm saying? Give me your